So the top Maple Leaf players are doing their jobs. Matty Nyes, 20 points in 16 games. So those three are up there. Matthews is doing well. Nick Robertson, he's got 4 goals in 15. Michelli with 4 goals in 15. So they're getting the goal production. Where we're struggling, and I think we've all kind of beat this horse pretty good, it's defensively. Defensively, they got to pull it around. Defensively, a guy like Morgan Rielly having a good offensive season, 13 points in 15 games. However, he's a -4. Rocks, what's going on? Welcome in. Nah, I disagree. I don't think they're lost without Marner. I really don't. I think it's just a total coincidence right now. Hey, Undead Soldier, how's it going? Just seeing the Toronto Marlies beat the Hershey Bears last Friday. Marlies are going to be a fun team to watch, a very, very fun team to watch. Hey, the other door, welcome in. Trying hockey again tonight, but just here to support Sam. Appreciate that. Welcome in. And by the way, everybody who is coming in, helping and being here to support, make sure you hit that like button for us. Hit that like button. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe as well. All right. So as we prepare, as we get set, 7:07, they're on their last commercial break. Should be game time following this commercial. We're talking about defense. Rielly is a -4. Benoit is a -3. Myers, a -5. Mermis, a -3. However, Jake McCabe is a +10. For a team that's giving up a lot of goals, to have a defenseman +10 tells you Jake McCabe, his line, his duo is doing something well. He's on for a lot. Tanev was a +5. Obviously, he's still out. He's only played 8 games, but we hope the best for Tanev. He needs to come back. He played a lot of minutes as well. Morgan Rielly is leading the way for all defensemen in minutes, 21:33. Jake McCabe is just behind him at 21:19. So lots of things to watch, lots of stories in this game, and I will recap them just before this one gets started. And I'll switch over to the other screen in a moment. But the big keys for the Maple Leafs: 1, defense, 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 defense. Forwards come back. Everybody come back. Protect your net. 2, physical play. Got to step up, got to take the body. And then number 3, score some goals. Number 3 is a tap-in. All right, let's get ourselves ready to go. This game is just coming up. It's about to start. Stolars, Swayman, they are going to go toe-to-toe as the Maple Leafs here at the TD Garden in Boston. Going to look to bring the noise, bring the funk. If John Cena can win his first ever IC title in Boston just the other night, the Toronto Maple Leafs can pull out a win here as well. The top line is going to be on Nick Robertson, Austin Matthews, and Matthew Nyes. Going to be getting it going. Let's see what they can bring to the party. Let me make some adjustments here on the screen. All right, good enough. That's okay. Let's go. Puck drop underway. Boston going to win the opening draw. Mega, I will take a look. This is going to be coming around. Boston bringing it right in front, passing it across. Mega, I'm going to try and see. Hop over to the other stream, Mega. See if it's there. Skittle, see if it might be in the vertical stream. Pasternak, quick shot, going to go around behind the net. I'm trying to open it up as we go. We'll wait for a commercial break or a pause in the action. Boston just inside the zone. McAvoy pinching up. Going to give this one away. Matthews, Robertson steals it, and he's going to get this one out. And back to Zadorov. Zadorov, he's going to stop, pop, pass this one up the middle. Stolen away. Here comes Tavares. Tavares, top of the circle, centering across, but that was off the skate of Willie Nylander. And here's Boston, a long pass up over the line. Here come the Bruins. Arvidsson going around Benoit for the wraparound. Down in front, taken away by Nylander. Willie going to flip this one. This is going to come all the way out. Toronto going to bring this one. Good hustle, good hustle, good hustle. That's what we like to see. Real good work. Here come the Bruins. Going to turn and dump this one right back in. Holy smokes, Toronto back the other way. Going to flip this one in, trying to make some adjustments on the fly. Stolarz is tired already. He can go for long. Yeah, I don't like to hear him saying he's tired already. Pass in front. Joshua can't get that, and the Bruins going to play it up. Boston in the black jerseys tonight. Toronto in the whites. Going to dump this one in. No shots on goal yet. Registered. Here's Peak back with it behind his own net. Toronto kind of came in. Now they back away. They're going to go change it up. Hey, Jose, welcome in. Good to see you. Boston in their own zone, bringing it across. Long pass up and all the way down the ice. Stolarz is out to stop it here. No icing. Got to keep bringing this. Toronto bumping it, losing it at the line. They're going to come in. Offside. Offside. There we go. Skittles, is it working over in the vertical stream? So we can't have turnovers. We just cannot have turnovers. Hey, Jamal, how's it going? Welcome in. There it is. All right, thank you. Just going to be played up. Little crisscross applesauce pass over. Toronto, Riley flipping this one down. Trying to move it through in the corner. Big crash there. Good hit. Boston, though, going to pick up the loose puck. They're going to carry this one ahead. Boston on the rush, trying to break this one out. They bring it into the Toronto zone in the corner. Leafs getting pressed up. Taken away. Here is Riley. Chip pass. Toronto on the move. Lorentz playing this one across. Too far here for Domi. Domi's going to go change. So are the Maple Leafs. Let's go. All the way back. Benoit picking it up. Hey, Road Warriors, welcome in. Good to see you. B. Disney, welcome in as well. Pick it up. Toronto bumping this one. Cannot get it out. Nyzy couldn't pick up that puck. Back around. Pasternak centering it. Giveaway here by the defense. Back door. They shoot. Great save. Rebound. Oh, another great save by Stolarz. One in and out of the glove. One off the blocker. Two sensational stops. Holy smokes. Stolarz looking phenomenal there. Toronto bringing this one. Matthews getting pushed off the puck. Here's a little bit of a hit. Toronto bringing this one back across. Wow, what a couple of stops. Anthony Stolarz. That is what we're used to seeing from him. Backdoor play. This one comes across in and out of the glove, and then he comes back with the blocker. Two great chances here by the Boston Bruins, and holy smokes. This was an absolutely sensational stop here by Stolarz. That is going to wake you up. Elias, did they announce it? I haven't seen anything come through yet. Joshua, I haven't seen the new Raptor jerseys. Here's Arvidsson going for the wraparound. Puck is sitting loose in the slot. Tavares trying to get there. Murmur's trying to get there. And it's going to be Zaka. Zaka going to spin this one down around behind the net. Trying to bring this one. I know the Blue Jays did offer a qualifying offer to Bo Bichette, but I did not hear that he is officially signed. Wow. All right, let me take a look. Let's take a look here. Is this the case? So it is being reported 2 days ago. 2 days ago, it's reported he's expected to sign a 7-year, $189 million deal. I don't see anything confirming that this has been signed yet, but it doesn't mean it is not imminent. Here we go. Penalty here for the Maple Leafs. So Boston going to be on the power play. Here's Pasternak. Going to center it off a skate, and they score. Off a skate and in the net. Oh, my goodness. Hey, sweet, welcome in. Beth, hello there, welcome in. Zoran, what's going on? Off the skate and in the net. Donovan, what's up? Welcome in. So Boston cycling this one around. They take the shot, and it looks like, let's see the close-up replay here. It goes, I can't tell if that went off Zacha's skate or off McCabe's skate. It definitely hit somebody in front of the net. It looks like it's off Zacha. I don't think this is a kicking motion, so no need to challenge it. But Boston is on the board 1-0 on a power play goal. That one hurts. That one definitely hurts. Philippe Myers goes to the box for hooking, and Boston makes them pay. Toronto going to get this one out to the red line. Boston going to send it right back in. Loose puck sitting there, trying to play it across. Quick stick, and the Leafs able to get this one out. Boston going to back it all the way up in their own zone. That one hurt. You know that one hurt for sure. Here come the Bruins driving this one in. Yzerman in the corner. Domi in there. He's going to kick this one around to Carlo. The ex-Bruin, Brendan Carlo. Let's see what kind of game he's going to have here today. Bruins going to steal this puck away. Oh, little Billy Meyer pie. Onyx, you're speaking my language. Hey, timeout. Welcome in. This one is going to be dumped in. Icing here against the Boston Bruins. So with a couple of minutes gone, the Bruins have a 1-0 lead. Oh, boy. Hey, Christel, welcome in. Got to stay out of those boxes, right? Ipan, hello there. Got to stay out of the box. Rocks, SS Rocks is like, nope, I'm done. One goal, it's over. Here we go. Face off in the Bruins zone. Boston, are they going to get waved out of the draw? Nope. All right. Referee just wanted linesman having a couple of words. Waz going to win this one back to the point. Here's a long shot. That one hits a leg and deflects out of the Boston zone. That's right, Mary. Stay out of the box. Stay out. Toronto going to bring this one right back in. They get it to the half boards before the Bruins bring it out. And now they dump it right back in. Michelli is racing in here. Can't get there first. Behind the net, Nick Waugh can't hang on to it. Goes to get it. Leaves it for Joshua. Behind the net to Michelli. Michelli with one hand on his stick. Wide base. Passes it over and gives it away. This is something the Leafs do far too often, is they have it in one of the corners and they go a weak backhand pass all the way across the ice to the point, and it's picked off almost every single time. Turn away for 30 seconds. James, it's what happens. It's what happens. Boston right back here. A slash, another penalty coming up here to Toronto, and it's Jake McCabe who slams his stick down and says, for you know what's sake, he is mad. He slashes the Boston player right on the stick, and the shaft breaks. And the Leafs going right back to the box. That is not how you help your defense out, by taking penalties. So the goal, it was scored. Pavel Zacha, his 5th of the year, from Pasternak and McAvoy. And the Bruins going to get another chance to get right back out here. Oh, my goodness. We got to be better than that. Have to play a little bit better defensively than that. Yikes. So that is definitely a tough go there for the Leafs, but hey, we'll pick it up. We'll pick it up. Like I said, I'm not worried. It's a long game, right? All we got to do is play just a little bit better. Okay, a lot better. We got to play a lot better. Who am I kidding? But the forwards were coming back. We haven't seen a lot of it, but the forwards were coming back. That's something I'm keeping my eyes open to see how often and how frequent they do come back. So that is a big moment. Got to keep crushing that. Got to keep crushing it.
Some people say at Napa Auto, ever since we've been servicing hybrid vehicles, connection with our customers.
All right. So the other thing we got to figure out, and I don't know the best way. I don't know the best way of doing it. But how do we get our teams, and this is everybody, not just offense, not just defense, everybody, passing needs to be better. Let's figure this out, right, Skittles? How do we get the passing to be better? Smart passing, heads up passing. The giveaways with Zdeno Chara in the house. Giveaways, already 3 giveaways here for Toronto. They got to be better passing. Protect the puck. Let's go, Leafs. That's right, Beth. Let's go. Nicey. Gotta wake up. They gotta wake up. We gotta get this one going. So big standing ovation for Big Zdeno Chara in the house, of course, entering the Hall of Fame. Good for him. Along with Jumbo Joe. I don't know if you saw the clip. Gary Bettman is giving his speech and he's referencing all the players, and he, by mistake, calls Joe Thornton instead of Jumbo. He calls him Dumbo. And he quickly went, "Oh, I mean Jumbo." It was pretty funny, and he didn't take offense to it, but it was a pretty funny moment. All right, let's go. Boston back on the power play. Leafs able to clear this one all the way down. Let's see what they got in store. Be like the Mighty Ducks. Practice passing with eggs. There you go. Got to do something. Here's Pasternak. Turns this one over. Toronto going to clear it down the ice. Swayman out to stop it and set it up here. McAvoy wants it. He's going to get it. 30 seconds gone here. Toronto going to steal it in the high slot. They score! A shorty! Steven Lorentz with the shorty steals that one in the high slot and just buries it. Steven, oh Steven, my Steven, great play taking this one away. Backhand, forehand, blocker side. Swayman reaches for it and just misses it. There you go, Steven Lorentz. Wow. McAvoy bringing it up, loses it here, just some sloppy stick handling. And Steven Lorentz makes them pay. It's a shorty on the board. There we go. Boston going to cycle this one back to Pasternak. Pasternak going to bring it down low to the goal line, putting it over to Arvidsson with a shot. That one doesn't connect. Back over on the far side, Nick Waugh watching his man. Pass back to the point. McAvoy over to the far side, down low. James, thank you so much for those gifts, my friend. Boston cycling it. Geeky dropping it down. Pasternak trying to go back door for Zaka. It was there. Couldn't pull the trigger. Back to McAvoy. To Zaka. He's trying to work with it. Back to McAvoy across for the one-timer. That one's going to go high and over the net. Pasternak ripped it. Hey, Edwin, welcome in. Let's go Toronto. Dang you, Swayman. It's always about the fantasy. It's always about the fantasy. Alexander, how's it going? Welcome in. That's how you wake up, Nicey. That's right. Toronto in the corner, going to chip this, getting it to the half boards. Boston keeping it down low. 17 seconds to go on the power play. Leafs being aggressive here. Boston turning it over, and the ref's going to blow it down. And we got a bloody Boston player. Alex Steves with a bloody nose. No, he says only 2. So the Maple Leafs going to go right back to the penalty box again. This time it's Simon Benoit. High sticking is the call. 3 straight penalties for the Maple Leafs.
Just a little careless by Benoit in the battle.
I didn't see a stick get him. But okay, maybe just a piece. Gumdrop, what's going on? I have a Leafs bottle opener that sounds just like Sam. Score! That's amazing. Got to get more shorties. Bring out the shorties. Wesley, how's it going? Welcome in. Back to the line. So it's a 5-second 2-man advantage. Pasternak going across. They fanned on the shot. Arvidsson fanned on it. There we go. One is done. Pasternak putting it across. Hit a leg, came right back. It's now 5-on-4 for 1 minute 40 seconds. Pasternak shooting again. Big save, and Toronto going to chip this one, and it's going to slow roll all the way down. McAvoy back to pick it up. Mario, what's going on? Welcome in. The Leafs are like a bunch of cats that can't stay out of the box. Oh, my goodness. Pasternak bringing this one right back in. McCabe taking it away, putting it around behind the net. And Toronto again going to clear this one. All right, let's go. Let's go. No, that's not a frozen piece situation. I think we're good. There you go. Boston no longer perfect on the power play. Little crisscross. Here come the Bruins, busting it into the zone. We're all tied up 1-1 here, thanks to Steven Lorentz and his shorty. Boston going to turn this one over to Matty Nyes. Nyes giving it to Matthews. Matthews, little aerial flip pass. Matthew Nyes racing down, trying to turn around the corner, trying to get in here against Lindholm, and he can't do it. Boston going to break this one out. Little give and go. They're going to work this one to the Maple Leaf line. trying to play this back, setting it up, working it, over in the corner. Bruins back to the point. No shot. Going to set this one up. Lohrei across with a shot. They score. Lindholm, I believe, is going to get this one. A long bomb. A long bomb, and this one gets through a crowd, and it's another power play goal here for the Boston Bruins. My goodness. The Bruins going to go 2 for 3 to start this game, and the one they didn't score on, Toronto got the shorty. So we got, what a game. 2 power play goals and a shorthanded goal is your 3 to start. And Stolarz just missed this one. Can't see it. And it just goes by. Ice packs smell better than frozen pea. Onyx, that's amazing. So here we go. Bruins back out on top. Boston in the high slot. Another shot. Stolarz is down, makes the save. Bobby Mack going to pick this one up. Here comes Bobby McMahon. Going to get squeezed against the boards, getting it over to Tavares. Has it knocked off his stick. JT still going for it. It's going to go around behind the net. Going to bring this one out. Yuso, how's it going? Going to be 10-9. It's going to be some football scores tonight. Remember, 6.5 was the over-under. This down in the corner. Robertson, he's getting... No, it's McMahon, excuse me. He gets pushed into the boards. And it comes out, Ekman-Larsson with it. Toronto going to go for a change. Over to Morgan Rielly. Rielly playing this one back. New legs on for Toronto. Pass back up to Rielly. Hits the red line, dumps it in. Here comes the forecheck. Trying to get around. Boston clears. They had it. And Lorentz couldn't control it. Toronto going to keep this one in. Domi stopping, turning on a dime, deking around. Nice move there by Domi. But he couldn't get the shot off. Nice dangle, though. Able to get himself towards the net. Just one too many moves. Joshua, thank you so much for the roses. I appreciate that. Here comes Toronto. Going to dump this one in. Chasing forward is Blais. Blais against Lohrei. Boston going to cycle it around to Jokiharju. He's going to play it up to Pasternak. Over the line. Has it taken away by Matthews. Getting it ahead to Nyes. Nyes coming in. He's going to stop. Trying to cycle it back, and he gives it right to the Bruins. Oh, my goodness. But Toronto stepping up. Able to chip it right back down into the Boston zone. Back and forth we go. Holy moly. This is going to be played into the corner. Leafs there. Ekman-Larsson turning it over again. Cycling it around behind the net. Pasternak with it. Gets tripped. No call. No call. Back around. Here's a shot. Stolarz is down. Picked up. Toronto going to work it ahead to Nyes. Nyes, a weak flip pass. Dust gets it over to Matthews. Matthews turning around. Returns it to Nyes. Nyes in over the line. Nyes going between the legs. Nice move as he slides into the net. And Swayman grabs the puck. And Swayman and Nyes, a quick conversation. Nice move there by Matty Nyes, but he can't drive it towards the net. And they are going to a commercial break. Hey, Drew, what's going on? Winter Sports now. Trying to join in from Malaysia. Welcome in. Winter Sports, and it's winter weather. It's been snowing like crazy the last 2 days here in Toronto, but hey, it's stopped right now. And it's a little wet. It's a little wet, but that's okay. It's going to be getting warmer and warmer this week, which is nice to see. We're going to be back up around 10 degrees. Do we get excited about 10 degrees? But 10 degrees this weekend. Very exciting stuff. Lots of rain, however. Lots of rain coming up the next couple of days. Friday will be dry, but Saturday and Sunday, it's going to be a wet one, which, of course, is great because we have our own hockey tournament going on this weekend, and we have a major family event coming up this weekend as well. So it's all going to be a soggy one. Hey, in Canoe, welcome in, dropping those poppies in there. That's right. We in Canada for Remembrance Day, we wear the poppy to honor and respect those that have fought for us. And it's amazing. Everybody has their story. Everybody has a family member, whether it's a grandfather, a great-grandfather, or in some cases a father who played their role in the Canadian military. And there's some really, really amazing stories out there. So if you know a veteran, or if you know a sibling or a child of a veteran and they have a story, listen to that story because it's important to share these stories from generation to generation to generation. CFL announced players are going to LA for the really Joshua. That'll be interesting. And it looks like Brendan Carlo getting a little bit of a ceremony here at the commercial break. So everybody on their feet for Brendan Carlo. If I had the option, Boston, you can have Brendan Carlo back. Give me back the first round draft pick in Fraser Minton. Let's undo. I'm going to pull the Uno card. Let's reverse that trade. Hekabeka, welcome in. Who scored first? Boston had the first goal. So Boston did score first. Gordon, how's it going? Welcome in. Jessica, hello there. Welcome to the stream. Welcome in, everybody. If you're just joining us, make sure you hit that thumbs up button, hit that like button. It's free to do, and it helps us out tremendously. And of course, if you're not already following or subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button for us. All right, back from commercial break. Only one shot by Toronto, and it was a goal. We're 8:05 left to go in the first period. So Toronto has spent most of the game in the penalty box. 3 penalties in a row, and there's a issue with the glass. The maintenance crew, they got a new piece of glass in. They're putting the stanchion back in. And maybe it's just me. They got 3 guys holding this ladder, the guy standing on, but the ladder is still moving pretty good. And the Sharks are winning the cup. Wow. Wouldn't that would be something. That would be absolutely incredible. Listen, the Sharks are going to have a good run. Hey, Thomas, how's it going? Welcome in. Welcome in, Brennan. Hello there. What's up, Jangy? Good to see ya. Oh, boy. All right, fix the glass. Let's go. Sharks have sweet. Yeah, man. Love the Shark jerseys, and they got some great kids there. Smith and Celebrini are outstanding. Cannot say enough good things about what Mike Greer has done in San Jose. They've put a real nice team together. All right, glass is fixed. We're ready to drop the puck, ready to go. Back to the line. Riley going to throw it towards the net. It's loose in front. Tavares puts it just wide, goes to the corner. Tavares back. Going to chop this one in. Riley can't get it deep. And here come the Bruins again. Up over the line, Arvidsson. Going to drop this one off. A long shot. Stolarz gets a piece, steers it over to the corner. Here's another shot right on. Stolarz is down. Got it squeezed in the pads. And the Bruins continuing to put pucks towards the net. Hey, Wayne, welcome in. Something Toronto needs to do a much better job at is pucks towards the net. At this point, the Leafs penalty box should have a loyalty program. That's amazing. That's right. They got to pull out their punch card and get it punched every time they go to the box. And for every 5 penalties, the Leaf player owes $10,000. It's a reverse loyalty program. Off the draw, Boston's going to win this one. Here's a long shot. Got a piece. It hits a broken stick. Boston still with this one. McCabe, you got to be tougher. Keep your stick down. Around to Benoit behind the net. Benny going to pass this one up. Toronto stops skating, and a bad pass all the way back forces McCabe around behind the net. His pass just gets to Benoit. They chip it ahead. Here's Michelli going to send it down in the corner. Swayman is out to play this one. And it's taken away here by the Bruins. Yikes. Reynoso, thank you for the follow. Thank you so much for the heart. Hekabeka, thank you for the love. Appreciate it. Here's Michelli. Going to carry this one to the red line. Going to flip this up into the corner. Zadarov going in after it. Reverses it. Toronto made the right turn, but they couldn't come up with a puck. Long pass misses everybody. Myers is back to get it. Going to play it up to the red line, and Michelli going to dump it in before taking a hit. Swayman out to stop it behind the net. Hey there, Donald. Welcome in. Donald, yeah, we've been doing hockey. This is our 4th hockey season. I can't believe it. No icing call. Boston is going to beat this one back. No icing. Bruins right now controlling the puck all over the ice. Toronto is running around. They are chasing. Robertson getting held up. He's trying to cut back. Boston going to work this to McAvoy over the line. McAvoy sliding this down low. Forwards are coming back. Forwards are getting deep. So defensively, good job by the forwards. Boston, though, able to continue to work this puck around. Back up top, spinning away from the Leaf forward, and they're going to spin this one all the way out. Matthew Nyes, stick work in there. Robertson gets hammered here by Zadorov. Nick Robertson gets absolutely destroyed by Zadorov at the blue line. Ekman Larsson wants to go at Zadorov, and the linesmen jump in to keep him away. Oh, my goodness. They're going to go to commercial break. 5:54 to go. Hey, Tony, welcome in. Brennan, we had a hockey game of our own. So, yeah, Sunday night, we had a rare game. Hey, Jonathan, welcome in. Loyalty program cheering. Leafs stay 365. Jonathan, that's funny. But yes, Sunday night, we had a hockey game of our own. So that's where we were. Very rare. Usually we just have practices Sunday afternoon. So it was a rare one. That's for sure. But yeah, we have lots of stuff coming up over this week. We have a lot of events between hockey and some family events coming up. So we're going to try and get here for the majority of games. Some we might be late, but we're going to try and get here depending on what happens and what time we get out of some of these events. So we will see what we can do, but we will be here. That's why it's important to make sure you're subscribed, have that notification on if you're on the tubes, and that'll let you know when we do go live. Hey, Alfredo, welcome in. So the question was, somebody asked, I saw it here somewhere. Bruins are a hot team. They are a super hot team. Robertson is with the Leafs. Yes, indeed. I thought I saw a question about who scored for the Leafs, but it was Steven Lorentz. Steven Lorentz, a shorthanded goal for Toronto. 23rd, yet non-existent is being polite. Hey, Smoking Gun, welcome in. I've never been to Boston myself, but it's on the list of one of the places I'd love to go for. Yeah, Karen, it's a very busy week. From essentially Thursday right through to I think next Wednesday. We have something like every day. It's going to be crazy. But hey, we love it. It's great if you drink. Hopefully you enjoy it a little. No, I'm not a big drinker myself. Not a big drinker at all. But I get a lot of fluids, a lot of water. Another loss. Chalk it up. Not yet. Not yet. We'll see. It's only a 1-goal game. Here comes Toronto right in front, chipping it through. Nice play there. Bobby McMahon to William Nylander. A little too close, but holy smokes, they almost tied up the game. Turning it around. Here comes Willie. Willie with this puck, spinning away from his man, going back the other way. Willie putting it to nobody. Carlo going to step up, down to Tavares. Tavares over to Nylander. Willie to the point. Here's a one-timer by Riley. That gets blocked. Riley picking up the loose puck. Riley looking, going to try and feed it into the middle. It wasn't intended for Bobby Mack. Here's Tavares coming in. Everybody is whacking at it. Puck is still loose. Finally, Swayman covers it up, but Toronto getting some pucks to the net. Boston doing a good job blocking it. Good defense here by the Bruins. Hey, Adrian, welcome in. Defenses to the weakest in one season. That's a great question. And I think, to be honest with you, I don't think, David, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Why would you want it removed? It's in remembrance of my family and others who fought for this country. This in the corner, Steven Lorentz digging for it, trying to play this one around. Lorentz, he's going to play this in front. Bruins doing a nice job just inside their line, able to work this one out. Not a fan of Nylander. Move down, move Robertson up. Yeah, listen, Willie's been playing great. He's leading the team in points. He's getting heated up, but he's got a defense is a bit of an issue. That's okay. This is going to be played up. We didn't get a chance to wear it the other day, but I appreciate that was your comment and not something else. So thank you. Thank you for that. This is going to be played ahead. Here comes Boston. Boston going to play it up, but for me, I wear it all day. Here's McAvoy with a quick shot. That one off the side of the net. This one driving it through. Nyzy going to pick this one up. Going to chip it over to Matthews. Matthews, he's trying to play it. Cannot get it to Robertson. Robbie going in here. He can't come up with it. Zadorov was there waiting for him, and Boston going to hammer this one all the way down the ice. Stellaris has to reverse it behind. Loose puck there. Go, Toronto. Skate. Going to chip this ahead. They give it away. Puck is loose. And McCabe, he breaks his stick, and the referee says play on as Pasternak slashes McCabe, breaks his stick on a drive-by. No call. Yikes. Trying to play this one across. Toronto can't get it out. Pasternak still in here working down low. Boston taking it to the side of the net. Here's a long pass. Nylander picking it up. He blew a tire there, got back up. Here come the Bruins right back in. Boston cycling around, driving towards the net. Gets clipped, goes wide. Puck is loose. Toronto going to pick it up. Another errant pass. Here's a shot. Stellaris is down. Bobby McMahon is just skating around looking like he doesn't know where to go. Doesn't know where to go. Oh, cool, James. I didn't know that. This is going to come around. I think it's Steve Dango's idea today. Oh, Boston scores. So Alex Steves is going to get the goal. Just throws this one towards the net. Yikes. So Grizz, what I think is that's not an original idea. I've been saying that for about a week now. And in fact, we were saying that last year when he was struggling as well. So I am not a fan of yeah, we'll leave it at that. But that's something we've been saying for a long time. So have a lot of other people. And I think when someone like him has the audience he does, things he says gets around more than other people. Now they're in trouble, and Berube is not happy. Alex Steves, his first of the year. Team plays with no heart, no toughness. They're struggling here. Take the Gardner, right, Dallas? This around down in the corner. Myers trying to take this one out. Trigg right. Bring them both back. This in the corner. Myers with it now. Going to play this one up. Toronto cannot complete a pass. Terrible, terrible passing right now. Terrible passing. Hey, JPP, how's it going? Welcome in. Down around. Playing this up top. Over to Ekman Larson. Ekman Larson going to shoot. That one is blocked. And this is going to be played all the way down the ice. 23rd coming in. I have family on both sides of the war. I appreciate all these young people who were pulled into such an abomination. Maybe we learn from them, hopefully. 23rd Neo, well said. Well said. War, unfortunately, sucks. And the Leafs going to get a power play here. Thank you for the super chat. Much appreciation. You know, it's days like today where we have to remember what our generations before us fought for, and unfortunately, things right now are really bad, really bad. Hey there, Haywire, welcome in. Good to see ya. Let's go. Matthew, how's it going? Welcome in. So Toronto going to go to a power play. It's Pasternak going to go to the box. Let's see what the Maple Leafs can do. Let's go. Yeah, Skittle, it is really important to remember we can't, and this one is going to be tipped out of play. We can't, group everybody together, right? Hey, Mark, what's going on? Welcome in. Exactly. Jamaica Dave in the house. I will, Mopor, I will. I got the water right here. I got the water right with me. Absolutely. Thanks for making sure I hydrate. Always always get it by the X-Leafs. Here's a shot. That one goes just wide. Matthews coming up. He can't control it. This is one of the problems. You know what? I'll save it. We got just over a minute left. We'll save it here for intermission. Turning around. Here comes Ekman Larson. Going to drop this one back. Nylander to Matthews. Matthews up over the line. to Nyes. Nyes playing it around to Tavares on the far side. And here comes Boston up on Tavares. Matthews trying to dig the puck free, comes to the point. Cross ice to Nylander. Willie taking a look, 50 seconds to go. Down in the high slot, Tavares tried to chip it. He couldn't, trying to steal it back. Boston putting it to the corner, going to hammer this one around the boards. This is going to come all the way down. Picked up here by Willie. Over to Nyes. 36 seconds to go. Nyes just inside the zone. Matthews in there digging as well. Boston doing a really good job being aggressive on the puck carriers, and they're going to get this one out. Toronto backing this one all the way up. My goodness. Krista, right? Thank you, Alexander, hitting that follow. Bringing it in. Robertson tries to feather it through. Boston going to pick it up and dump it all the way back down the ice. 10 seconds to go. Riley going to carry this one up, hitting the red line. Going to play it to Michelli. Returns it. Chance for one quick shot right on. A nice save there as the horn goes. And this period comes to an end. My goodness, what a bad period for Toronto. We'll see if they count that shot. If the shot was on before the horn, it might have hit the Boston player's leg. Toronto only had 2 shots. Hey, Wyatt, welcome in. 2 shots for Toronto in that first period. Yikes. Only 2. You can't do that. You can't play like that. That is bad, right? That is really, really bad. 2 shots on goal. I mean, yikes. So only 2 shots on net for Toronto in that period. They've just updated it to 4. So I don't know where 3, they had that 1 shot at the end. I don't know where they got the other shot from, but they just updated it to 4. So 4 shots from Toronto. Maybe they felt bad for them. Toronto losing the face-off battle, which is typically where they are very good, 47%. Boston at 52.9%. Boston goes 2 for 3 on the power play. 12-10 are the hits. 5 block shots for Boston, 3 for Toronto. Giveaways 6-5, and those numbers are not real. Toronto had closer to 10 giveaways. Hey, Brad, welcome. Do you think Colorado Avalanche will win the Cup? They're playing very well. They're playing really, really, really well right now. So, yeah, Colorado is a very good opportunity to do so. Hey, Joey, welcome in. Are they quitting on their coach? I don't know if it's necessarily quitting. I mean, I'm not in the room. I don't know any of these players. I haven't had any conversations with these players. Hey, Aristides, welcome in. But the problem that's going on right now is puck control. It's not that they're quitting. There's 0 puck control happening right now. By the way, we're just a couple of likes away from 100. If you haven't hit that thumbs up yet, make sure you hit that thumbs up and make sure you hit that subscribe as well for me. What we saw in this period is a team that could not control the puck anywhere. I don't care what the giveaways number says. Their passing was terrible. Hey, TB, what's going on? Welcome in. Welcome to the party. So bad passing, and it starts from the defensive end. You need solid breakout passes. And now one of the things we talked about in the kickoff was the forwards coming back to help out. And the forwards were doing. And if we look at this finger. If we look at the map here, I want my finger to go in front. I got to make my finger go in front. How can we do this? There we go. Oh, now I'm in front of everything. If you come back forwards, you typically want to play between the blue line and the face-off dot, right? What if I use my pen? Nope, that's not going to work. What about this guy? Can I use this guy? Nope. Why do I keep bringing up everything that won't show up on stream? What about this? Will this work? All right, this will work. Perfect. So typically as a forward, when you come back, if this is the Leafs zone, and whoa, it's all reversed. As a forward, you want to play between the blue line and the face-off dot, right? This is where you want to be. Your right wingers and left wingers. Your centerman is going to come deep and help out, but you want to play in this region. And Toronto, their forwards were coming back and playing almost between the top of the circle and the dot. So they're coming back to do their job. Now, when you pick up the puck in your own zone, the forward needs to go over to the boards for that breakout pass, right? You either are here waiting for the puck to come around the boards to you, or you do a little circle, and it's really hard when everything is reversed. I could never be a dentist. When you start, nope, that's the wrong way. When you start curling, this is so weird, and going up, you do it so your defender up here can pass the puck across to you. So that is one issue Toronto is not doing. Their breakout passes, they're bringing it down and they're passing it towards the middle of the ice, which doesn't work. Or when their defender has it, the forward who's coming back and curling to start going for that pass is missing it. And what Boston is doing is Boston is getting really up on the Leaf players quickly. So they're not even giving Toronto a chance to get in there and work on it. Hey, Brian, what's going on? Kick Boss, how's it going? Good to see you. Something's got to give it this team. It all starts from the defense. Hey, Frank, West Philly, welcome in. Prep, how's it going? Welcome in. You know it's bad when they give Sam the whiteboard. Prep, right? And it's just all reversed. It's so hard. It's so hard. And I don't want to bring out my whiteboard to start drawing on because we know how bad that goes. But really, that's how it works. It starts in your own end. If you can't break it out well enough, you're going to get into trouble. Now, the other thing that happens, thank you, Island Jack. I appreciate that very, very much. The other thing that happens when you're in the neutral zone, they're playing it tight to the boards, which is okay. But Boston knows this, and Boston is setting it up kind of between, again, the face-off dot and the boards. They're playing in these lanes because they know this is exactly where the puck carrier is going to go. The odd time when Nylander or somebody picks it up and carries it to the middle of the ice, the defender on this side collapses into the middle and takes that lane away. So Boston is really playing positionally well. They're shuffling around well. When one guy goes to an area, the guy on the other side comes over and covers. They're playing like a well-oiled machine. And this is why the Bruins are on a 6-game win streak, trying to make it 7. Like, they're just really playing well. Opinion on how Matthews is surviving without Marner related from the question. So good question, Onyx. Really good question. Hey, Dan, welcome in, by the way. And did I miss anybody else there? I hope not. If I did miss you, welcome in. Thanks for joining. Hey, Wheezy, welcome in. 30 years. This is the first time I've had 0 front. Alexander is tough. It is tough. That's for sure. So the question is, Matthews, how is he surviving without Marner? So it's a great question, Onyx. And I think it's a question that a lot of Leaf fans have. And I feel that when Matthews and Marner played together, everything they did, Marner was always looking for Matthews. Didn't matter where they were on the ice. Marner was always looking to Matthews. And when it clicked well, right? Marner was an exceptional passer. We've seen this in Vegas already. He's an exceptional passer. He can move the puck well. Matthews, when he played with Marner, would get to open ice. Now, Marner, things could be a little tighter. Marner would find a way to get the puck through. What Matthews is doing right now is he's not getting to open ice. And so regardless who's carrying the puck up, and admittedly, Robertson and Nyes are not the playmaker type that Matthews is. Nyes is power forward and a goal scorer. Nick Robertson is a speedster who can shoot the puck. Neither of them are the playmakers that Marner was. And that's what Matthews is missing. Matthews needs that playmaker, right? Matthews needs somebody who can find him the puck in tight situations. What Matthews has to do now is he needs to get open. He needs to find that open ice. Max, what's going on? Welcome in. It's embarrassing to watch right now. It is tough, Max, and thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it and hope you're doing well. So if Matthews can find himself to get open, that'll be great. But here's the problem if we take it a little further, Onyx. You can only set up a guy to score a goal if you can control the puck. And right now, that is something Toronto is not doing. I love Mitch Marner. Been watching the Knights. Loved him. Yeah, listen, Marner's been doing great in Vegas, right? Vegas has embraced him. There is nowhere near the amount of pressure that he has there. Hey, Lewis, welcome in. So because he doesn't have that pressure, he's performing well. Marner cannot take the pressure. He can't. He just can't. And so what Toronto needs, you're not going to get a 100-point guy. You need a puck carrier who's a good passer. when Brett Hull scored his a bajillion goals, Brett Hull, he was not a playmaker. Brett Hull was a shooter, right? He would set up for those one-timers. He had Adam Oates for a long time, Oates and Hull. Eventually they traded him. Then they bring in Craig Janney, and Craig Janney was nowhere near the passer that Adam Oates was, but he was still a playmaker, and he would still set up Brett Hull. You need that guy who can get Matthews the puck. Visiting teams do not give Matthews the space to allow him to carry. And to be honest, what I'm seeing this year is, whether it's want or not, Matthews doesn't have the speed to take this on himself. So you got to get a passer in there. And I don't know who on this team would be that player to come in to feed him the puck. Because when I look up and down this lineup, you know, Domi is not a playmaker. Lorentz is not a playmaker. Wam, Michelli, and McMahon, they're not playmakers. We got goal scorers. We got shooters. Nylander is a shooter. Tavares is a shooter. We need a playmaker. We need an Adam Oates. We need a Craig Janney. We need somebody today who can pass the puck. And I think the same is true on the defensive side. We need a puck-carrying defender who can pass the puck. Right now, every pass we're making is not going how it needs to go. Bush, welcome in. I don't think it's necessarily a Tendy issue. Well, Stolarz needs to play better. We're not helping him, because what's happening is we're having a bad breakout. Everybody is moving forward. We turn the puck over. They come back. We're struggling to get back. They have an odd man rush and a good shot, a good scoring opportunity. First goal, bit of a fluke tonight, right? First goal, bit of a fluke. Third goal, should he have had it? Yeah, probably. But sometimes these things unfortunately just happen. Hey, Pete, how's it going? Welcome in. Rob, what's going on? We need a Connor McDavid. So, Rob, there's a playmaker, right? There is a playmaker, absolutely, in Connor McDavid. But, you know, I think we need someone a little more affordable, a little more affordable. And yeah, Stolarz had the crazy glove save and then blocker save. He's making some stops, but he needs some help on this Steve's goal. Again, it was a pass around the boards the Leafs couldn't clear, and a loose puck. Tavares is chasing Steves around the ice, right? He's chasing Steves around the ice, and then finally just kind of goes away from him. And Steves just walks right into that face-off dot and scores. So, you know, this was an unfortunate play. Another defensive zone breakdown. Tavares backs away. McCabe slow to step up to him, and he makes a great shot. Should Stolarz have had it? Sure. But in a situation like that where Stolarz is watching the shooter, he's also paying attention to what's going on in front of him, watching for that cross-ice pass. Team defense needs to step up and be better than that. Let's see. Johnny, how's it going? Did not watch since. Oh, well, I'm glad you're here today, Johnny. I'm glad you're here today. That was a tough one for sure. It was a tough one. Let's see here. Hey, Antoine, what's going on? Second sidekick. Let's go. Hey, Theo Sam Eagle. Hello there. Welcome in, everybody. Thanks for joining us here tonight for some Maple Leafs Boston Bruins action while the Leafs are down 3-1. We'll see what they do in the second period. You know, the Edmonton Oilers are having some problems of their own. Some serious problems. They got shellacked the other day. It's a little bit of issues for the Toronto team, or Toronto and Edmonton, teams. But let's take a look at the other scores right now. Montreal Canadiens are up 1-0 over the Kings. Senators are up 2-0 over the Stars. Capitals 1-0 over the Hurricanes. So those are the games in action right now. And if we take a little hop, skip, and a jump to, nope. Come on. The Toronto Raptors, about 4 minutes left in the first quarter. They're down to the Nets 20-15. So the Raptors down early in this game. The Raptors, though, a lot of potential. We'll keep checking in on them. Our man, what's going on? Myers and Domi should be benched. I actually don't mind Domi in there. I don't mind Domi playing. Hey, Justin, welcome in. I don't mind Domi in there. Domi's fast, He's got speed. He's got grit. But I'll be honest with you, I think he's wasted playing on that fourth line. Say, Steves, he used to be a Leaf. That's right. So he was part of, was he part of the Carlo trade to Toronto? I forget exactly what was in there. But yes, the Alex Steves that was here. Let's see, it was Fraser Minton and a conditional first-round pick and a fourth-round pick. Okay, so Steves wasn't in that trade. Okay, I wasn't sure if he was included in the trade or not. But yeah, Steves now in Boston, and that's his first goal. So good on Alex Steves. RK, I won't be doing the Grey Cup. This is actually going to be the first Grey Cup in many years that we've missed. We have a major family event going on Grey Cup Sunday. So it's unfortunately, I'm not even going to get a chance to see the game. Hey, Forston, how's it going? How about them Ducks? Listen, I told you, Ducks were one of my sleeper teams. And boy, oh boy, do they look awesome. I saw something yesterday about Berube might get fired. I don't know. I don't think Berube is going to get fired, to be honest with you. He'll figure it out. Let's see here. When does the cap go up? After the season. So the cap already goes up. It's over the next 2 more years or 3 years. It's going to go up quite a bit. Wonder how many Leaf fans made money on Steve's anytime goal tonight because they are so predictable. Probably a lot, Max. Probably a lot. I'll tell you that one. You can give up 3 goals. Yeah, we see it a lot. We see that happen a lot. 3 goals isn't so bad in the first period. No, it wasn't part of the trade. Yeah, free agent pickup. Thanks, Trav. Appreciate that. Alon and Savard should take the Heat PK and PowerPoint. That's a great Armin. A great call. And something we've been talking about is how bad the power play is. And this goes back to what we were just talking about, not having a playmaker, not having somebody who can pass the puck. And no offense, Morgan Riley, he's not the power play quarterback. Last year he was brutal. This year hasn't really been working great. I'm sure the Bear Shark is enjoying. Theo, I was talking to him last night, toque and all. Yeah, it was a little chilly. Hey, Jeff, welcome in. No, happy to have you. Thanks for joining us. James, what's going on? Big E. Riley has to go. We were kind of saying last year, coming up to the trade deadline, it would be interesting to see if they would get something done and move them. But they got to figure out defense is where all the problems are starting from. And some people will say, oh, it's the goaltending. Oh, it's the forwards. Tonight, the forwards are coming back. The breakout passes are sloppy. There's no strength. They're not on point. They're not on target. Even when they're going D to D, the passes are off. So you gotta start passing better. And if they can get their passes in line, the rest of the game is going to follow suit, because what happens as soon as the other team knows that you can't pass the puck, they jump on you. And they're going to force you even more because they know you're going to turn the puck over. Hey, would like to sleep. Good to see you. Welcome in. Hey, JDA, 39 months. Thank you so much, brother. Thank you for the continuous awesomeness of what you do. Thank you. I appreciate that, JDA. And thank you to all of our channel members. How did you get a chance to skate on the Leafs ice? Undead Soldier, it was a special event that they held. So we were able to go and enjoy it. I'm going to post. We have all the video content. I just have, with everything going on, I haven't had time to put it together. So we are going to put a little short video together. We got to skate on the ice, kind of walk behind the scenes, check out the locker room, all that fun stuff. So yeah, we'll share some of that probably in the next week or so, once things after these events calm down, and we'll be able to put that out there. But it was a lot of fun. It was a great event. Sam, I hope so. It's listen, a lot of things have to fall in line, right? It's very difficult in any sport to get back to the championship round. So a lot of things have to work out, but they got a good squad, right? And they're going to keep building. So it's going to be interesting to see. Hey, Taz, welcome in. All right, let's get set. Period number 2 is among us. Will this be the Leafs' opportunity to step up and be better? Oh, they've awarded them 2 more shots. So they ended the period with 2 shots. And over the course of the intermission, they're now up to 6 shots. So I don't know if they just forgot to add shots during the game or if they feel bad and they're just adding shots now. All right, buckle up. Here we go. Yes, Johnny, we are going to be doing some NBA after this weekend events. We got big events this weekend and we got a tournament the following weekend. So we're trying to get it all organized. Here we go. Toronto going to have 10 seconds left on their power play. They turn over the puck. Again, bad passing. And here comes Boston, shorthanded. Quick shot. Rebound. Oh, my goodness. And they put it just wide. Stolarz kissed the post. He got lucky there. Here comes Nylander. Going to flip this one down into the corner. Boston here to pick it up. Leafs going to switch it around. 30 seconds gone here in period number 2. And the Bruins came very close. Very close. Boston, Pasternak, breakaway, scores. Are you kidding me? David Pasternak on a breakaway, and this is a milestone goal for Pasternak as the Bruins bench empties. Celebrations here for Pasternak. Oh, my goodness. Swayman comes in here, and it is Hildeby. Hildeby has returned to the net. A little chip breakaway, and Hildeby stretches the legs out, but Pasternak just dekes it around him as Hildeby is in net to start this period. A long pass is tipped. Was this offside? A long breakaway pass. And the defense nowhere to be found. $26 goals in 34 games against Toronto. They're looking at this to see if it was offside. Pasternak drags that toe. It was a nice goal. He goes forehand to backhand, brings it back forehand, and tucks it around Hildeby, who's all stretched out there. Wow. Noah, how's it going? Welcome in. So no challenge. It is a good goal. Less than a minute into the second period, and David Pasternak gets a breakaway. Oh, my goodness. Pasternak's 9th of the season. Boston going to bring this one up again. My goodness. So it wasn't, he dragged his toe, and where the heel is, the new rule is if the heel is up, it's measured by that heel. So it was just onside by a hair. Hey, Jess, welcome in. Bringing this one around. Here's a backhanded pass again behind everybody. Robertson has to go back and pick it up. Here's Toronto. Chipping this one in. Nick Waugh in the corner. He can't control it. Boston going to work it around. So this is the problem. Toronto, they can't get anything. And by the way, that was David Pasternak's 400th career NHL goal. Please don't spam the chat. That's just rude. So nothing going on for Toronto. Pasternak with a major milestone goal. Congratulations to Pasta. Best advice, don't spill your water out until you have fresh water. There you go. There you go. One goal at a time, right? Just one goal at a time. Wow. Boston off the draw. Going to bring this one around. Dumping it in. That's right. It's only 4-1. It's only 4-1. Puck in the air. Toronto going to back this one up. Lorentz going to play this one up. Toronto, again, cannot connect the pass. Blias coming in on the forecheck, as is Domi. Behind the net, Lorentz going into the corner. Fighting for it. Puck is going to come loose. Sammy going in the corner. He's going to put it around the boards. Back to the point. Myers sending it right back down low. Toronto working the perimeter. trying to center it in front. That one comes up. Here's a high shot. That one goes wide. Domi back to the line. Myers with the shot right on. Nice saving. Going to kick this one out. Boston going to turn and go. Going to feed this one across the neutral zone. Bruins stepping up over the line. Leafs are back. Set up, bringing this one across. Has to be a Bruins fan, but I like them. I ended up liking the Leafs at the same time. I know they were rivals, but it just happened. This dumped down in the corner. Boston going to chip this one there. Zaka going to pick it up. Playing it to Zadorov. Zadorov across. Here's a long shot in the corner. Boston with a deflection. That one goes just wide. So Stolar is pulled after the first period. Hildeby gives up 1 goal here to start the second. 4 goals on 13 shots. Tavares going to pick this one up. He loses the puck. Here comes Boston again into the zone. Puck is going to be deflected, trying to pick this one up. Toronto going to carry. Over to Nylander. McMahon going towards the net. Nylander shoots. Where is it? That one got blocked in front. Didn't get all the way through to the net. This one back in the corner. No, Marner. The way the Leafs are playing now has nothing to do with Mitch Marner. Nylander going to flip this one out and all the way down the ice. Hey, Terrence, how's it going? Welcome in. Toronto, hello there. Tree Living is doing the Leafs what he did to Calgary, destroying the team. He's got to do something. He has to make a move, right? Tree Living has to make a move, has to get something going. Yikes. It is a struggle, though. It is a struggle. Thank you so much for those that have hit that subscribe so far. We appreciate it. If you haven't subbed up yet, kindly hit that subscribe for us. This background, Boston, Pasternak. Going to drop it off. Here's a long shot. That gets blocked. Toronto, outlet pass to Nylander, nowhere near him. And that's going to be an icing call against Toronto. Nick, how's it going? Welcome in. No, this is they're struggling right now. They're struggling right now. They can't connect the pass. They can't hold the puck. Boston is all over them right now. Marner wasn't a problem in the regular season. He was not a problem in the regular season at all. Hey, Joe, Leafs now playing well this season. Fire Chief lost the room. I don't think he has lost the room, to be honest with you. Hey, Leo, welcome in. Defensively, they have no game right now. Pasternak. Nylander all over him. Puck finally going to come to Willie. He's just going to roll this one in right on net. Swayman going to play it over. Puck kind of hits the glass. Going to wrap around from Nyes. Nice try there. Nyes getting it back to the point. Carlo feeds it across. Here's a shot in a crowd. Turning, shooting. That one rolls off the stick. Back with it is Michelli. Michelli cycling it down low. Over to Matthews. So we got Matthews, Michelli, and Nyes here. Now Matthews throwing it towards the net. Here's Riley putting it down low. Nyes trying to pick this one up. Nyes working behind the net. Over to Matthews. Matthews tried to feed it in front. That's blocked. Matthews again up top. Carlo, shoot that. You waited too long. Going to be blocked. Here in the corner. Toronto digging for it. Matthews with it. Good shift in the offensive zone. Michelli up top. Somebody's got to shoot the puck. Over to Carlo. They're just working the perimeter. Matthews can't handle that pass. Boston going to put it around the boards, and it comes out. Carlo going to step up, tried to bring it back in, had to wait for the Leafs to get back on side. Pasternak is going to hold this one up behind the net. Leaving it here for Peak. Peak going to start to move. Holy smokes. Domi steals it away, gives it to Lorentz. Cross ice, 14:20 to go here in the second period. Boston going to chip this one in. McCabe, slow to get back there. Able to get the puck, start to move it ahead. Here's a breakout pass again, misses its intended target. That's where the problems start. Here comes Toronto in over the line. Bly is putting it across with a shot, and that one misses its target. Toronto going to bat this one out of the air, back to the red line. Going to play it ahead. Robertson pulls it down out of the air. Robertson, cutting. Robertson cycling around, still with it. Robertson to the point. Here's a one-timer to nowhere. Here's Waugh behind the net. Waugh centers it. Shot right on by Robertson. This one is turned aside. Dakota Joshua. Him and Nicholas Waugh are fighting for the puck. You're on the same team. This is like watching Pee Wee hockey. Guys are fighting each other for it. Toronto bats this one into their own corner. Myers quickly has to play this one up ice. Here's Robertson feeding it in front. Nick Waugh. Oh my God, what a glorious opportunity. And he elected to shoot instead of deke. Had the goalie down and out, could have tucked it around him. Instead, he fired it way wide of the net. Here comes Boston again, back into the zone. Robertson. Excuse me. Joshua back there. Waugh coming back there as well. Robertson on the far side. He's watching his man. All the forwards playing deep. Robertson with it, going to cycle around in his own end, create some space. Skate for him. Everybody's standing still. Pass Riley to Carlo, misses. Guys, you got to pass and you got to make smart passes. Here's Boston again coming up. Hey there, Jared. Welcome in. Toronto has no intelligent hockey sense in this game right now. Everything they teach you not to do, they're doing. Zaka working it up, cross ice. Here comes Lindholm, hits the red line, dumps this one in. Hildeby can't trap it behind the net. Boston picking it up on the half boards, playing it in the high slot. Nylander comes back, puts it back in the corner, cycling behind the net. Leafs are just chasing. Here's a shot from the point, hits a leg, goes right across the net. Carlo going to swipe this towards the boards. Boston setting it up. Over to Nylander. Willie going to grab this loose puck. He's going to hit the red line and just shoots this one right on Swayman. Swayman going to play this one over to Lohrei. Boston behind the net, cycling this one around. Matthews throwing this one into the corner. A lot of individual hockey. That's a great comment. This one rolls right down on net. Hildeby going to leave it here for McCabe. McCabe just turns and rips it down the ice. Zadorov, another hit. This time it's on Matthews, I believe, kind of hits him from behind. Matthews coming back at Zadorov. And Boston playing this one down, hits a leg, no icing. And Boston is going to win it back. Jake McCabe and Simone Benoit were sitting there staring into space, playing with themselves. And Boston just skates between the two of them and takes the puck. Wake up, defense. Michelli can't control it. Now Michelli runs into Steven Lorentz. Boston hauled down. No penalty call. Toronto got lucky there. Dropping it off. Ekman-Larsson in the middle with the backhand. Swayman with the save. Puck is loose. They're digging at it. They can't come away with it. Toronto still fighting for it. Domi with it on the half boards. Domi to the point. Here's a one-timer. And the mask comes flying off Swayman's head. Swayman says, oh, expletive. Unbelievable. They're going to go to a commercial break. Hayden, what's going on? Welcome in. Blue Jays, John Schneider, second in AL Manager of the Year voting. John Schneider comes second in Manager of the Year voting. My goodness. Wow, this Leaf team tonight looks absolutely atrocious. They cannot connect a pass. It's not hard. I don't know how many of you have been on the ice before, but when you make a pass, you look where you're passing it to. And right now, they're just blindly throwing it to where they think people should be. This is bad. I can't even make excuses. I can't, it's just, you're not going to score goals if you can't pass the puck. The entire game of hockey is contingent on you moving the puck. Now, the good thing is they have 9 shots this period. They've held Boston to only 3. Hoffman should have never been out there in the end. Yeah, crime. I feel you. So what do you do? What do you do if you're Toronto? We can look at the goaltending. We can look at the defense. But if you can't make a pass, you know what? I'll save it. Because let's see. Maybe they'll figure it out. Maybe they'll figure this one out. You throw the white flag. So how did Swayman's mask was coming off? How was his helmet? Oh, so Swayman is coming across. Swayman's going to his right. Steven Lorentz is turning to his left to get out of the way of the shot. And Lorentz's arm hits the mask. And as the mask is coming up, the puck hits the top of the mask. Wow, Swayman is lucky the mask didn't come off. You know, a second earlier, or this would be a very scary moment right now. Unbelievable. 43 months for Dallas. Did their game overheat in the popcorn machine. Right, Dallas? Dallas, thank you for everything. Appreciate it. So Zadorov with a hit from behind on Matthews. Somebody needs to make a statement, right? Somebody needs to hit Zadorov and say, you can't keep doing this. Here's a pass through to Tavares. Couldn't connect there. Here comes Alex Steeves, stick handling right around William Nylander like he's not even there. Alex Steeves cycling around Morgan Riley like he's not even there. Passes it behind the net. Arvidsson tries to return it. Steeves going in the corner. Max Domi up on Steeves. Those two battling. Nylander there. Nylander trying to push this one out. He does, but Boston, Lindholm is going to race back to pick this one up. Tavares in with a little bit of a late hit. Here's Boston cycling around. Toronto literally is standing still. Lohrei, backhand pass through the crease. Working it down in the corner. We got a whistle as this puck goes up and out of play. 9:34 to go here in period number 2. Saving their energy for a third period comeback. Oh my goodness. This is bad, folks. You know, I've been saying for a while, let's not panic. Let's not panic. Lots of time, lots of time. No, this is bad. This is really bad. Toronto needs to get themselves going here. The struggle is real. And this is really a bad go. Hopefully, I mean, I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to come up with, but this is, it's a struggle, right? It's a struggle. I think I have to sacrifice my coach bill. David, you got to do something. This is hard. It's hard to believe what we're seeing at this point right now. Just makes no sense. Just makes no sense. Listen, we're not going to be like some of the other streamers out there who just turned it off. We're going to continue going right through, but it's this is bad. This is bad. But listen, Leaf fans, regardless what it's going to be. Hey, good night, Munchie. Welcome in. Regardless what this is going to be, we're going to stick with it. Raptors are up right now. Good to see some Toronto team is up, even though it's close. But Zadorov takes out Lawton. He hits Matthews from behind, almost into the boards, right on the numbers. No call by the referee looking directly at it. And nobody, of course, stepping up to Zadorov. So somebody needs to go and lay a big hit on him. And Dakota Joshua is going to end up in the penalty box. Another Toronto penalty. This is going to be delay of game. The 4th penalty for Toronto. Boston has had 1. Yikes. Back to the line. Boston with this puck. Going cross ice. Back door. Just misses. Pasternak. Back across. Boston setting it up. Down over on the far side. Back up top. Here's a blast. Hildeby is down. Poke check moves the puck loose. Lorentz picking it up. He's going to go off the boards and gets this one all the way down the ice. McAvoy with it in his own end. Head up. He's looking to pass. He does. 30 seconds gone. Here's a breakaway pass. Zaka coming in. Shooting it wide. Might have hit the glove there of Hildeby. A nice pass to split the defense. And again, slow-moving defense and a great Boston pass gets another breakaway. This is going to be dropped up. Here comes Boston. Across the middle of the ice. A little drop pass. Up over the line. Dumping it back to the blue line. Down over in the corner. Around behind. Boston setting it up. 1 minute to go in the power play. Over on the far side into the slot. Little fader, a little floater, and that one got through, and Toronto clears. Big hit along the boards. Pasternak picking up the loose puck. Going to put it across the one-timer. Fanned on it. Back to Pasternak. Pasta. Shooting, deflection. That's going to go just wide. Hildeby hugging that post. Toronto picking it up. They're going to go off the boards and down the ice. Wow. Hey, Dave's Disney Dreams. Welcome in. Cheers, everybody. Here comes Boston. Back over the line. Is that going to be offside? We got a whistle right at the blue line. My goodness. Hey, Emily, what's going on? Let the Marlies play. Holy smokes. This is more than an off night. This is definitely more than an off night. So coach is screaming it, guys. Coach is hollering. David Pasternak had the 4th goal for Boston. Hey, Ben, what's going on? Welcome in. So he's saying, let's go. There's a lot of other words in there that we're not going to mention. Hayden, how's it going? Not sure if I said hello. Oh, and it's Boston. Boston's getting too many men on the ice. So Boston, too many men on the ice penalty. They're going to go to the box. So we're going to get some 4-on-4 for 23 seconds. And then Toronto will get an abbreviated power play. Here's a one-timer by McCabe. That one is blocked. McCabe pinching up on it. Can't get there. Boston winning all the battles, all the races right now. Bruins in their own zone. Zadorov makes a move around. Waugh. He's going to come up. Zadorov carrying it all the way through. His shot goes up and out of play. Do we have the first round pick this season? You know what? I don't think so. Let's take a look here. I forget offhand which what picks we have this year. So in the 26th draft, we have no first round pick. We have no second round pick. We have a 3rd round pick, no 4th round pick, and we have a 5th and a 6th. That's it. We have no first round pick in 27. We have a 2nd rounder and no 3rd. So in this upcoming year, no 1st and no 2nd round pick. Unless they do something at the trade deadline that gets them a pick. Nylander in over the line. Tavares cycling around back to the point. Toronto now on a power play. Here's Tavares in the high slot. He's going to toe drag it. Tries to shoot. That's blocked. Over to Willie. Nylander back up top. Here's a long shot. And that one right into the glove of Jeremy Swayman. Sees that the whole way through. Maple Leafs power play so predictable. One of the best teams with a save percentage last year are one of the worst this year with an 8.78. It's actually 7.77 save percentage here tonight. So yikes. I'm going with the Riders this year. I think the Riders are going to take it. Off the draw, shot going to go just wide. And Boston going to get this one out. Less than a minute to go on the power play. It'll be a good Grey Cup. It'll be a fun one this year, that's for sure. Back over, Boston with it. Going to send this one all the way down. Hildeby comes out to stop it here. Setting it up for Ekman Larsson. 6.5 to go in the period. Ekman Larsson. He's going to carry this one up, turning. Going to play it all the way back. Now here comes Nylander. Willie. His pass gets broken up. Toronto going to chip this one in. They're going to say offside. Matthew, well, physically, Ryan, physically Matthews is there. Mentally, not so sure. No first rounder, no second rounder. Hey, D, welcome in. I hate that drop pass, too. It's so annoying. Road Warriors, 41 months. Pee Wee players can lead. Road Warriors, thank you for everything, my friend. I appreciate it. All right, let's see. 6.5 to go here in the second period. Boston going to win this draw, chasing and after it. Going to be dumped down the ice. Robertson going to play this across. Toronto playing it back to Domi. Domi going to carry this one ahead. Dishes it off. Trying to get it back over to him. Domi behind the net. We got 4 Leaf players below the goal line. Here comes a 2-on-1. Shorthanded Boston shooting into the glove of Hildeby. Jeannot. Why do we have 4 Leaf players below the goal line on a power play? So if somebody can explain that to me.
He takes the hit from Zadorov, tumbles in the board. He goes after Zadorov in the corner, takes a run at him, and has a little word. And then
Yikes. Mr. Ben, 12 months, whole year, 1 year old.
Didn't look like that first collision was anything that stopped the play, but something.
So it looks like
Was a concern for Austin Matthews the whole year last year. Never really was healthy.
hang on, we're going to see if Toronto's starting to hitting a little bit. Matthews looks like he came back. He might have left again. We'll have to keep an eye on that. Going to flip this one in the corner, down around behind. Back up top, Toronto. Blias with a shot. That one gets knocked down. Boston going to move this one across. Again, we'll see if Matthews does return. After the hit, he went back at Zadorov, left, came back, and then left again. Here's a long pass up. Toronto, Riley going to dump this one in the corner. Boston cycling this around. Nylander back. He's fighting for it. Boston taking it away from him. Coming right on. Nice move here by the Bruins. Bruins working it, shooting that one that gets knocked down in front. Toronto going to scoop this one to the line behind Nylander. He had to stop and turn around and try and reach for it. 18.5 minutes of puck possession time for Boston. Toronto is approaching 16, and I think that is a very generous stopwatch calculating that 16. Boston with it. Riley, why are you even here? Domi going to dump this one all the way down the ice. 4:20 to go here in the second period. No, Mario, I don't think they will fire him. Going to swipe this one through. Boston back to pick it up, going D to D. Going to work it up on the far side. In here, Hildeby going to leave it up, going to play it around. Toronto, Bobby McMahon with it. Going to make a nice little pass here to Robertson. His pass hits Domi. Domi gave it away. Puck bouncing around. Robertson can't settle it down. Here come the Bruins back into the Leaf zone. Boston looking by the hash marks. Little pass through traffic. That one gets blocked. Here's a shot. That one goes way wide. Over on the boards, Nick Robertson there going to chip this one free. Bobby McMahon going to stick handle this one in the zone. Bobby McMahon getting worked over by Zadorov. And again, Boston going to bring this one out, skating right around the Toronto D. Cross ice, they shoot. Oh, that one just missed. Great play here by the Bruins, and Curley almost put that one in. Ekman Larson with a bit of a hit there, a couple of cross checks. Vile is going at Ekman Larson. He gave him a number of cross checks. Now he's punching him in the face while Ekman Larson is sitting there just talking to him. Vale was just going at him. And Ekman Larson is tied up here by the linesman, nowhere to go. Beverly coming in, joining the parade. Go Leafs go, 35 months. Thank you, Beverly, so very much. So, Ekman Larson, a few choice words there. Hey, Big Rickster, how's it going? Noller, welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. 3:13 to go. They're going to a commercial break, and we'll see what the penalties are going to be when this one all gets sorted out. Lala coming in 20 months. I'm a baby, but go Leafs go. Lala, thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. Holy smokes. Derek's happy the Bruins are up there. Almost a hockey fight. Almost. We'll see. This one is going to get real chippy. It's going to get real ugly. These guys are going to come out. These guys are going to hit hard. But it is ugly. It is ugly right now. No, right now, right now, Boston is having their way with them. If let's take aside the poor passing and the poor defensive play, if we look strictly at puck possession and physical dominance, Boston is all over them. Well, Toronto is technically out hitting them. Boston definitely has had the bigger impact hits. Hey, Morgan, what's going on, dude? Welcome in. And so Boston is definitely out hitting them in a physical sense. And yikes, it is tough to see. Austin Matthews, of course, he's been pulled out. He hasn't returned yet, so we're going to be keeping our eye on if and when he does return. But yeah, it's been a little ugly. It's been a little ugly here tonight. Marner isn't the answer. Marner isn't the answer to this issue that's going on right now. So Vile is going to go for cross-checking. Ekman Larson, that's funny. He says, "Who are you?" So 2 cross-checks to the small of the back, 3 cross-checks, 4 cross-checks to the chest. I grabbed the jersey around the neck, some face washing, and Ekman Larson saying, "I don't know who you are. Who are you? I don't know who you are." So Yzerman got taken down, and Ekman Larson just stands there. So here we go. Leafs to the power play. That was awesome. Hey, David, welcome. Let's see how this is going to go. And another broken up play, and this coming all the way back. Nylander going to pass this one back. Ekman Larson to the middle. Toronto over to Tavares. Pass was behind him. Up to Domi. Domi going to give the puck away to Zadorov, and he's going to send this one all the way down the ice. So again, Toronto cannot connect some passes. Let's go. Here comes Nylander. Willie up over the red line. Going to dump this one in. Comes right to Swayman, who's going to smother it. He's going to hang on. We're going to get a face-off here with 1:14 to go in the power play. Good for OEL. Yeah, I like OEL kind of faked the punch there too. And I thought they were going to give him a penalty for that. I'm glad they didn't. Hey, Flora, how's it going? No, Marner was definitely not the heart of the team. I disagree with that wholeheartedly. David, it's going well, thank you. It is going well, thank you. How's your day going? Marner was a hypocrite in my eyes. We saw that in the playoffs. Marner, who was struggling and not playing well and having a lot of turnovers and just doing a lot of bad things, yelling at the guys to get going. If you want to be a leader, you want to yell at your guys and tell them to get moving. Here comes Toronto all the way up, and they don't shoot the puck. We got another penalty coming up. Who's this one against?
There's a penalty coming up to the Bruins for a high stick in front of them. I think Roberts got clipped by.
So Boston is going to the box again.
Maybe distracted by the penalty. Triple clutched.
So we're getting another Boston penalty here. So it's going to be a 2-man advantage. So if you want to be a leader, if you want to fire up your team, I'm all for it. I'm all for you standing up and firing up your team, but you got to lead by example. You can't yell at somebody else saying, do this, do this, do this, and then don't do the same thing yourself. May I ask a question? Who scored the most goals in the playoffs? And the goals for the last playoffs for Toronto? It wasn't Matthews. I'd have to look it up. I don't know off the top of my head. I hate that Marner said the fans looked to him as gods. Dan, I will tell you, I'll save it for intermission in 2 minutes. remind me to tell you the Marner story. Back to the line. Toronto going to feed this one through again. Another missed pass. Riley to pick this one up. Prep coming in. Willie's quick crying, bro. Yes, that was a great one, Prep. A great one. Where Nylander says, stop crying, bro. Here's a shot. That one is stopped. Good save by Swayman. Boston to clear this one out. And Prep, thank you so much for that. Toronto up over the line. Doesn't feed it through to Michelli. Goes back to Riley. Pass was behind him. So the two-man advantage is over. Nylander brings it in, but it's offside. 1:10 left to go. 1:10 left to go. Yeah, I say he's a hypocrite because if you're going to yell at your teammates, if you're going to yell at them to perform, to get back, to play, you got to do it yourself. You got to lead by example. I can't tell you, be a better person, and then I'm an idiot. It doesn't work that way. If you're going to tell somebody to do something, you got to do the same. Thanks, Kick Boss. Off the draw, Toronto walking in, cycling around, setting it up, feeding it down low. Backhand, they score. Toronto on the board. Four, 2. So power play goal, and it's Bobby McMahon. It's 4-2. That's what we needed to see. We needed to see something come through. Needed to see something come through. Nice goal, big goal. Domi connected. So what happened to this goal? Domi, he passes it on the tape of Bobby McMahon, who steps in front, forehand, backhand, top corner. See what happens with a good pass? So you're telling me there's a chance? Absolutely. No benefits, about time. All it takes is a good pass, and it leads to the goal. Here comes Boston. Back over the line. Stepping in. Back over behind. Boston setting it up at the line. Going D to D. Around behind the net. Again, Boston shooting for the bottom of the faceoff circle. Hildeby with the save. 21 seconds to go. Big stop there. Big stop there. That was huge. That was absolutely huge. Holy smokes. Thanks for the 4 points. Hustler, that's funny. You're welcome. Marion, how's it going? Honestly, do you believe? Yes. I honestly, truly believe they will make the playoffs this year. No doubt in my mind. In fact, I would put money on it. Here's a backhand coming out in front, and that's going to be held. Held to be at the line with 9.6 seconds left to go. Oh, my goodness. Agreed, Rickster, Vancouver is fun. Should have been a 4-minute power play for the 10 cross checks, right? Should have just added them up. That's 2, that's 4, that's 6, that's 8, that's 10. All right, let's go. This coming down, Toronto racing in. That should be interference, but it's not. It's going to be an icing call with 2.4 seconds to go. Oh, Hayden, I don't know, but I would put money on it. Nice, David. All right, 2.4 seconds to go. Then I'll tell you my Marner story. No Canadian Tire money. All right, the horn is going to go. We're going to bring this one to the second intermission. 4-2 Boston. Shots right now, 21-19. So Toronto with 13 shots in that period. They did well. Maple Leafs take back the faceoff percentage, 57.9% to Boston's 42. So the Maple Leafs a much better job in that period. They are 1 for 4 on the power play. Boston is 2 for 4, so those even themselves out. 22 hits for Toronto, 15 for Boston. 10 block shots for Boston, 7 for Toronto. Better giveaway numbers, only 9 for Toronto, 6 for Boston. So those are your stats after 2 periods. Sabaya, how's it going? Boycott now. He can't win. Boycott now. No playoffs. Worse than Buffalo Riddance. No coach, no defense. Definitely no goaltending. Sabaya, spoken like a true bandwagon jumper, trash talker. You are free to boycott. I will love my Leafs from start to finish. Hey, Tucker, how's it going? Welcome in. Welcome in, everyone. Again, thank you so much for being here. And like I said, lose your money. Marlo, how's it going? Steve, how's it going? This team will make the playoffs. I am convinced. The Blue Jays sold. I was watching your stream when they were watching the Blue Jays World Series, and they could have won. They could have won. They should have won, but that's sports for you. Thanks for watching, though, GGS. I appreciate that. I love the pod. Thank you, Preston. I really do. I really do firmly believe it. Okay, let me tell you the Mitch Marner story. It's just... Oh, Dab. You're funny. Let's see. Come Olympic time, we will see. All right, let's talk about Mitch Marner. So everybody's saying Mitch Marner is the reason Toronto is losing. Mitch Marner's the guy. Mitch Marner is not the guy. Mitch Marner is definitely not the guy. And let me tell you, I spent a lot of time defending Mitch Marner on this team. A tremendous amount of time sticking up for him when the entire city had effectively turned their back on Mitch Marner. And I'll tell you why he's not the guy. One, I think he's a hypocrite. Easton, the period, about 17 minutes or 15 minutes now. I say he's a hypocrite because he yells at guys. He tells guys to get going and to do things that he himself wasn't doing. A real leader motivates his team and leads by example. John Tavares, for example, when his team was down, he was trying to fire up people to get them going, and John Tavares got going, and he would do the things he was preaching. Do you think that the Jays will re-sign Bo? Not sure about Tucker, but Bo, I'm fairly certain Bo is going to get done. So that's why I call him a hypocrite. And Marner couldn't live up to the pressures in Toronto. He couldn't. And I'll tell you this. I was at a Raptor game several years back, and is full of Mitch. Of course, Nick. Listen, he has got no pressure there. He can play when there's no pressure. So we're at the basketball game, and we see sitting in the front row was Mitch Marner, Morgan Riley. There were 2 other guys, and for the life of me, I can't remember who they were. And so what happens at halftime, if you've ever been to a Raptor game before, all the celebrities or athletes sit around the court. And at halftime, they all get up and they go to wherever. And so the Leafs get up and they kind of walk as a group off the floor. Riley and the other 2 guys, they're talking to people, they're shaking hands, they're fist bumping, they're signing autographs. Mitch Marner pulls his hat down. I can't do it because of my glasses. Let me take my glasses off. He pulls his hat down low like this. And he literally almost was walking on the court. He was on the court. And he's walking, ignoring everybody. So for a guy who comes and says, the fans treat us as gods, we're higher than the highest holy power, we're the best, I'm the best, Mitch Marner showed zero respect. And I know he does a lot for charity, and I'm not taking that away. But the way I've seen him treat the fans firsthand was somebody who was a cocky egomaniac. And when somebody is like that, they can't handle the pressure when people have bad things to say about them. So that's my Marner story. And when you see somebody like that, I don't want him here. I don't want him here. Let him go be the big hot shot in Vegas. You see what Vegas did for him. He walked in the offices. He's like, hey, look at me. Look at me. Everybody's here to celebrate me. That's fine. Go have your celebrations. That's great for you. And listen, he's off to a decent start this year, right? In 15 games, he's got 19 points. You know, that's what we would expect him to do. 4 goals, 15 assists. exactly what we'd expect him to do. But what did he do for us in the playoffs? Last year, okay, he had 13 points in 13 games, only 2 goals. The year before, he had 3 points in 7 games. So, you know, he did okay. Was he a superstar? No, he wasn't. He got points. He played with Nylander. He played with Matthews. He capitalized. He got a lot of assists. That's what playmakers do. So Marner is not the guy. Marner is not the answer to the woes, to the issues here in Toronto, right? He's not. He's not. That is, and again, no disrespect to anybody here, but I don't know, for those that are saying, you know, it's because Marner's not here, it's because Marner's not here. I don't know if you're a Leaf fan, not a Leaf fan. I know a lot of people say that to me as a form of trash talking. Ha, ha, ha. You guys suck. You don't have Marner. Shouldn't have traded away Marner. Ha, ha, ha. It's the same thing as saying you haven't won a cup since 67. Please. It means nothing. Marner is not going to lead this team to win a cup. Mitch Marner is one player on a full roster of players, right? You have 23 players on a team. Marner was one of them. One player does not win you anything. The right team will be okay. They'll be okay, Mary. They'll be okay, and they're going to make the playoffs. Hey, Glenn, how's it going? Welcome in. They'll have some fine-tuning to do, right? They'll have some fine-tuning to do. Is Matthews the answer? Not on his own, Hayden. Not on his own. Listen, I like Austin Matthews a lot. You know, he's exciting. But what concerns me about Austin Matthews is his health, right? When you look back in 24-25, he only played 67 games. In 23-24, he played all 81. Before that, 74, 73, 52, 70, 68. Only one time, he almost played a full season. Outside of his rookie year. His rookie year, he played a full 82. So if you include his rookie year, he's had 2 seasons where he almost played a full season. He played all 82 games in his rookie year. And in 23-24, he played 81. And I believe, if I remember correctly, he was sat the very last game. He was trying to get 70 goals, but coach sat him to give him that extra day's rest before the playoffs. So it is what it is. His health is a major concern. You bring in big guys that are supposed to protect your superstars, right? Where is that protection? Where is that protection happening? You want to bring in guys like Dakota Joshua, like Nick Waugh. One's Mark. How's it going, bud? Good tangent, Sam. That deserves a 5-star. Nice to hear your opinions when you get serious. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you for the super chat. You know, it's listen. We're gonna tell you how it is. When it's good, we're going to tell you. When it's bad, we're going to tell you. They bring in guys for protection, right? How many hits does Dakota Joshua have today? 2. How many hits does Nick Waugh have today? 0. Sammy Blias has 5 hits. 5 hits. Lorentz has 2. Nyes has 2. McMahon has 2. Matthews has 1. Michelli has 1. Tavares has 1. No hits from Domi. No hits from Waugh. Got to be better than that. Matthews gets hit from behind into the boards. Nobody goes to Zadorov. Not on that shift, not on the next shift, not on the shift after that. Do you remember? I'm going to take you back. Do you remember the time? I'm switching hats here. Do you remember the time, if we go back to the early 90s, when Doug Gilmour was carrying the puck across the blue line and Marty McSorley came with an elbow to the head of Doug Gilmour? What happened? Can somebody put in the chat, what happened? What happened when Doug Gilmour, coming across the middle with the puck, took an elbow from Marty McSorley. I'll give it a minute. I know there's a delay. Hey, Typical, what's going on? Welcome in. I agree, Steve. I agree with you on Tavares. Excuse me. Hey, Alvin, what's going on? So nobody knows? Nobody remembers what happened when Doug Gilmour cut across the middle and Marty McSorley laid an elbow on him. There it is, Travis. There it is. Wendell Clark steps in and drops the gloves, and with a couple haymakers, pow, 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 Wendell Clark lights up Marty McSorley. And if you saw the Toronto Star the next morning, and for you kids out there, the Toronto Star is a newspaper. Used to go and get it. You'd read it. There was no internet. You'd get the newspaper, and there's a big picture of Marty McSorley the next day, and his eye is all lit up. It was like red because of the way the flash and the picture took. He looked like the Terminator had just gotten beat up. But Wendell Clark stepped in and absolutely pummeled Marty McSorley. It was a good tilt. They both got some big shots on. It was phenomenal. If you haven't seen it, I believe it's on my Instagram. You go over to my Instagram and scroll back. I believe we have that posted there. We might even have it as a short on this channel. But my goodness, it was an unbelievable fight. That's what we need today. Your best player just got hit from behind. And albeit it wasn't a hard hit, but it was enough to knock him off his feet and slide into the boards. Who is stepping up? Wendell Clark would drop him. Darcy Tucker would go ballistic. Wade Belak, Ken Baumgartner, all these guys would step up. Who's stepping up on this team? That's the problem. So, Hayden, we need a Ryan Reeves type. And listen, big props to Ryan Reeves. He's doing an awesome job on San Jose this year. Last year, Ryan Reeves dropped the gloves once, maybe twice. So, no, I don't think Ryan Reeves is the guy. But you need that power forward who's going to step up and drop the gloves. We saw Bobby McMahon try doing it the other day when Scotty Lawton got hit. He tried to jump in there and go, but he's not the guy. You don't want him doing that. Craig Berube would have stepped up, right? Berube would have hopped on the ice. So, I like a guy like Stankoven a lot, but Stankoven is small. He's a small package. I know good things come in small packages. That's my only concern with Logan Stankoven, but I think he's a good, solid player. Where's Ty Domi, right? We needed that Ty Domi type of guy. And I know fighting is not the way it was back then. But we need, if somebody's going to take out your player, you need a way of policing it on the ice. Hey, Brad, welcome in. What would Chat pay for an autographed Leaf stick from 91? Endless and Clark, 15 and all. Hey, that's pretty good. It's pretty good. All right, let's see. I know there's lots of comments going on. What's the newspaper? So funny. It was a crazy play. Welcome in though, everybody who is just joining us. Listen, there's a lot that's wrong with the Leafs right now. There's a lot that's wrong with this team. And we've talked about it kind of the whole period, right? The bad passing, the defensive efforts. It's bad. It's bad. I didn't think it was as bad as it was leading up till tonight, right? Now it is coming up for sure. Nothing that I've heard, Jared, nothing that I've heard on Matthews tonight. And listen, I give Boston credit. I give Boston all the credit in the world. Toronto right now, though, they're not playing like an NHL caliber team. They're playing like a minor league team. They can't pass the puck. They're not getting on Boston. Boston is owning them tonight. So I give Boston all the credit in the world. Hey, there's a reason why they're going for, keeping the streak going. Did you see the soccer championships? I don't know if Calgary in a bicycle kick blizzard. John, I did see some highlights in the snow. I actually didn't think it was real when I first saw it, to be honest with you. I had to do a double take. Who was 23 in that time, Sam? Wendell lighting him up, but 23 was fighting. Back then, number 23. Who was 23 back then? Todd Gill. Todd Gill wore number 23 in the 90s. So maybe that's who you're thinking of, defenseman Todd Gill. Giveaway Gill. I like Todd Gill a lot, actually. Todd Gill was solid. He was a warrior. Todd Gill was an absolute warrior for sure. For sure. But those were good years. It was a different way of hockey. And hockey today, you know, if you can't do the fundamentals, hey, welcome in, Yosoi. Is that how you say it? Welcome in. Hey, Felix, what's up? Good to see you. No, I didn't cry, Sugar Hill. I didn't cry. I was upset. I was disappointed, like most Jays fans were. But I'm proud of the Jays. What they did was phenomenal. They were absolutely incredible. So they were absolutely incredible what they did, and I'm real proud of that team. I'm real proud of what the Blue Jays did. So listen, you win some, you lose some. It was good. Worst Leaf you ever saw play? Oh my goodness. Worst Leaf, John Klingberg. John Klingberg, worst Leaf I've ever seen play. Hands down. The time John Klingberg here was in Toronto, the games he played, he was atrocious. It was a fun ride. It was real good. You can read the newspaper online. I know, but it's not the same. It was not the same. Brad Marsh, yeah, Dead Souls. Brad Marsh was awesome. I actually just got a Brad Marsh signed 8x10, which was pretty cool. I was very excited to see that. Yeah, Petering, of course. I remember Petering. For sure. No, Glenn, you need a lot of things to go right for you to get there. The Blue Jays were the best offensive team June, July, and August. And they kind of had a little bit of a falling out in September, but they had a lot of things go their way. So it's going to be tough. But yeah, coming up here, third period of play. We'll see if Toronto can get back in here. But again, what do you have to do? You got to pass the puck smartly. You got to move the puck, control the puck, and you got to stand up for your teammates. Kevin, no, I'm not. I just didn't get a chance to shave last night, so I will be shaving soon enough. Don't you worry. We will not be growing a beard. If you're just coming in and joining us, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for listening through as we share our views and opinions on what is going on with this team. Make sure you do hit that like button for us. And if you haven't subscribed, kindly hit that subscribe or follow for us to join us for more NHL hockey down the stretch. Here we go. Playoff beard already. We're part of the Jays run. They lost 6 of 8 home openers. 6 of 8 home games. Yeah, that is, Steve. That is really weird. Well, Josh, those were the worst 14 games I've ever seen. All right, here we go. Time to drop the puck. Third period action. Let's go. It's a 2-goal game. They've awarded Toronto a couple more shots, so it's now even 21 apiece. Peter Puck, Benny, I love Peter Puck so much. Remember when they tried to bring Peter Puck back as like a computer animation, and it was awful? Oh, man, Peter Puck was amazing. If you don't know what I'm talking about as this puck is going to hop at a play, you got to look it up later on. Peter Puck was so good. So they just said Anthony Stolarz has an upper body injury. So Anthony Stolarz, an upper body injury. Austin Matthews, a lower body injury. Yikes. So, yikes. Yeah, Maple Leafs, Austin Matthews, lower body injury, and goaltender Anthony Stolarz, upper body injury, will not return to tonight's game. So there you go. Stolarz not pulled out due to his bad performance, actually suffered an injury. I wonder where that happened. Yikes. So Matthews and Stolarz both taken out with injury from tonight's game, on top of Lawton, who got knocked out the last time Toronto and Boston played each other. So we'll see. We'll have to wait, obviously, further evaluation. You know, we don't know. Matthews, when he got this hit, he took the cross check right in the lower back. So could it be a back issue, a shoulder injury? We don't know. But that is not good news by any means. So now here, Bobby McMahon going to throw a big hit. Max Domi coming over. Everybody's grabbing somebody. Everybody's getting in the mix here. So Max Domi still trying right in front of the Leaf bench, trying to get over there. Pasternak coming over to grab a hold of Domi. So the referee's going to separate them here. Bobby McMahon threw a hard hit at first, and that brought everybody together, and that's what Toronto needed to do. Hey, Willie, how's it going? They got to do something. They need a playmaker. Excuse me, pardon me. So Bobby McMahon is going to go to the box. So great hit on Lindholm. Bobby McMahon filling him in. So I want to see what are they giving. Trying to see. So Bobby McMahon is given, I want to see what they call it, because Bobby McMahon comes and throws a big hit. Domi's going for roughing. Oh, so interference. Okay. I wanted to make sure what they were giving him. So Boston's going to go to the power play. It was Marat Kudnetinov. Him and Max Domi were going at each other. Bobby McMahon, he gets the original for interference. He throw the hit on Lindholm. Lindholm didn't actually touch the puck. So Boston comes away with a power play, but Bobby McMahon is finding himself in that role. He stepped up against Zadorov the last game. He had to jump in against Carolina to fight. And again, here he's trying to spark a comeback for his team. Toronto going to give it away. Back to the point. Boston long shot, and Hildeby going to grab and hang on. And here comes the defense. Boxing out this crease. Brendan Carlo getting in there with Steven Lorentz. Moving Geeky and Zaka out of the way. Nylander is so I don't think Nylander is really a playmaker. He's more of a sniper. So Hildeby making a glove save there. So we'll have to hear tomorrow what the actual injuries are to Matthews and Stolarz. Off the draw, Maple Leafs going to come away with it. Going to carry this one up. Nick Waugh, one-handed, going to push it into the zone. He's a walking bruise. He is. He gets hurt waking up and rolling out of bed. Coming into the zone. Joshua trying to throw a hit. Can't control the puck. Keeping this one in. Boston doing a nice job walking the line. Here's a shot off the blocker. That's going to go up and out of play. 1 minute to go here in the Boston power play. Big battles in front of the net. And hey, Jeremy, it's always the Bruins. It's always the Bruins. Jack, are you going to say that every game from now until next baseball season? Should I just get used to it now? Thanks for being here, though, Jack. Appreciate it. Off the draw, Toronto going to carry this one around. Benoit, he's now going to put this in the middle of the ice. Here's a little move by Nick Waugh with the backhand, and that's going to sail just wide. Here comes Pasternak back up. Going to go across ice. This one is chipped down out of the air, turning it around. Boston fires it and deflects up and out of play. McSorley didn't even finish the elbow. He did it. He did, David. He did. You're right. You're right. Come on, Leafs. So the question, if Matthews is out for any amount of time, is Easton Cowan going to get the call back up? I mean, the Leafs have one too many bodies. David Kempf, we know, is kind of suspended without pay now for not reporting to the Marlies. Kelly Yarncroke is a healthy scratch. Joshua wanted to take it against Kostelic. Boston going to win it. Here's a shot. Kind of gets behind off the side of the net. Bruins going to put it around the boards. 33 seconds to go in the power play. Cross ice, Boston working it. Here's a one-timer. Doesn't get through, and the Leafs cleared to the red line. They're going to back it up. Go Canucks, go. Need to work on their playmaking, Sam. Need a playmaker. That's right. We got the one shorty tonight. Could use another one. Matthew Nye is going to steal it away. Nye, he trying to go inside, outside on Lindholm. A quick stick is going to steal it right back. Here comes Boston stepping up to that red line. In over. Nisimov coming cross ice. This one is picked up by Willie, and he tries to hit Domi for the breakout pass. That one doesn't miss by much. Back up. Nylander and Domi collide. Nylander back up. Willie walking in, shooting. Just misses far side. Good play there. Robertson takes his man down in the corner. Gets the puck. Here's a long shot. Ekman Larson. They score! The Leafs throw it towards the net, and everyone's like, where is it? And it was in the back of the net. The Leafs come within one. The Leafs come within one. Oliver Ekman Larson just innocently throws us towards the net. Nobody knew where it was. Would you try and trade for Pettersson from the Canucks? Travis, I like Pettersson a lot. I don't know if he's the right type of player. I mean, listen, he wouldn't be horrible. He would be a nice pickup. He can make plays. Quinn Hughes will be, yes, we need a Quinn Hughes. I don't think he's going anywhere, though. So there we go, 4-3. It's a one-goal game. Toronto's getting the feet moving. Boston going to play this one up. Defensively at the line, they were holding them. They're going to dump it in. McCabe cycles it around behind. Here's Robertson. Robertson getting this one up. Tavares gets it out of the zone. They put it right back in. Benoit with it. 16 minutes to go. It's a one-goal game, folks, and what a bizarre game this has been. Here's Benoit. Up to Domi. Domi with a nifty move. Domi stepping in, shooting. Sharp angle. That's going to go high over the net. Bias on the far side. Going to knock this one down. Boston going to lift it up. And again, Toronto knocks it out of the air. Bobby McMahon flying around. Bobby is buzzing right now. Bruins going to send this one into the Leaf zone, not deep. Toronto chips it out. Boston backs it all the way up into their side. Let's go. If the Leafs can start connecting on some passes, boy, if they can wake themselves up here. Let's go. Loose puck sitting there towards the middle of the ice, trying to chip it free. Boston, though, first there, going to send it in. Riley is going to come back behind the net. Morgan Riley looking, cycles it to an empty corner. Morgan Riley, you got to be smart about where you pass the puck. And the Leafs just going to send this one down. It's going to be an icing play here. So a little broken up play. Morgan Riley, Toronto was starting to set it up in their own end. Riley cycles it to nobody, and Toronto had to work that one up ice, and it turns out to be an icing call. Wow, unbelievable. We got this. Len, if you happen to be watching, I know you're not able to type, but Len, we're working on it. Not sure what is going on, but hopefully we can find you and get you visible again. So here we go. Domi in to take this draw. 15 minutes to go. Go Leafs, go. Here's Riley. Going to put this one across. Michelli. Little bump pack up to Joshua. It's behind him. Boston able to pick it up. These passes behind. Got to fix that. Waugh going to pass this one back. Leafs going up the boards. Waugh getting it up. Here's Joshua. Joshua and Waugh trying to connect to work up ice. Ekman Larson keeping it in. This intercepted by Michelli. Going to turn it right back. Michelli coming in. He's going to spin back. Michelli All alone. Carlos slow getting to the line. Feeds it in the high slot for Waugh. Waugh nowhere to go. Nobody's getting open for him. He turns and puts us down in the corner. Michelli can't get there. Joshua stepping in. He steals. Gets it over to Michelli. Michelli to the point. Just going to send this one deep. Josh sending it in front. Nobody in front of the net. Toronto is making nothing. Making something out of nothing. And Pasternak going to throw this one in. But my goodness, if the Leafs would only get open, if the defense would set themselves up. Geeky down, Hildeby there, and able to stop it as Boston comes close again. Bruins going to bring this one all the way back in their own zone. Here's Matty Nyes, made a little move, had to wait for the Leafs to get back on side. Playing it back to Benoit. Toronto passing it up to Tavares. Tavares into the zone. Tavares in the corner, feeding this back to Nylander. Nylander going cross ice to Benoit. That one is intercepted. Stop with those cross ice passes. Here's Matthew Nyes. Nyes trying to go wide. Little backhand, going to flip it in the corner. He gets tripped up. Bobby McMahon coming in here. He's digging in the corner. Bobby McMahon feeding it to the point. Cross ice. Here's McMahon with a shot into the glove. And a nice save here by Swayman. Matthew Nyes is mixing it up in front of the net. Cameraman, you're missing the action. What are you doing? Oh my gosh, they're going to go to commercial break as the Maple Leafs starting to get some jiving going, starting to make some passing. Here we go. Did they just figure it out? Have they figured it out? So they're moving on it. They're getting it together. This is what we wanted to see from them. They're connecting on some passes. Let's go. The cameraman, the producer, goes to a shot of Hildeby. Well, Matthew Nyes and somebody in front of the Boston net are cross-checking each other, going at it. Holy smokes. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you for joining us here. We got a hockey game, 4-3 Boston. The Maple Leafs finding their way. If you haven't hit that thumbs up yet, hit that like button for us. Smash that thumbs up. Let's go. Why is Tavares a -1? That's a good question. Especially when, well, one of the goals was a shorthanded goal, but Boston has 2 power play goals. So I guess he was on for the Steves and Pasternak goals, and maybe only one of the Toronto. Well, Toronto's only goal, one of them was a power play goal, so the Ekman-Larsson goal. So yeah, it's because of all the special teams goals. That would explain why. But yeah, hit that like button for us. And if you're not already subscribed, make sure you hit that sub button for us. We would appreciate it. Love to have you along with us throughout the season. Raptors, by the way, in the third quarter up 76-71. Good to see. What I'd love to see Brendan Carlo step up. We had Alex Steves get a goal tonight. We had Fraser Minton the last game he scored. Love to see Brendan Carlo step up and do something big here today. Let's go, Brendan Carlo. Be big. Be strong. If Matthews is going to be out for some time, who do you think the Leafs? So, Travis, they would have to get somebody. The problem is, especially with Toronto, is anytime teams know you're looking, you need to find something. It's funny how the asking price goes way up. And Toronto doesn't have a lot they can offer in terms of draft picks. It would have to be prospects and roster players. Here's a shot by Matthew Nyes, and Swayman is going to hang on that. But yeah, I'd have to do a little look through and see who might be a candidate. The other thing you got to look at too, if he's going to be out for some time, James, thank you so much. If he's going to be out for some time, you got to watch the long-term IR, right? Because now they have playoff implications. That's why the Panthers have not put Barkov on LTIR. Yes, it frees you up salary now, but it does have playoff implications. Here's Nyes putting this across. Riley going to leave it here for Ekman-Larsson. Down low. Nylander lets it go by. Back to Riley at the point. He plays this in open ice. Boston there on the corner on the far side. Going to play it around behind on the near side. Here comes Boston again. Long pass. Bruins chipping it into the Toronto zone. 12.5 to go. Riley picking this one up. Morgan Riley, long pass. This one connects. Max Domi coming in, centers it for McMahon behind him. Robertson comes up with the puck. Robertson backhands it to Domi, chips this to McMahon. McMahon behind the net, putting it up. Here's a shot. That one goes wide. Didn't miss by much. Swayman getting taken out. There's a big pile up in the Bruins zone. Domi and Zadorov are being tied up, and Domi is dropping the gloves. Domi is going at Zadorov, tackles him down. Zadorov is about 3 feet taller than Max Domi, and Zadorov is just smothering him right now. So good job, Max Domi, stepping up to Zadorov. I mean, that's like he's going way up high. Domi has no chance against the bigger Zadorov. So Domi goes towards the net. Him and Zadorov collide. Domi is over the back of Zadorov, giving him cross checks. Swayman then goes over. Zadorov grabs the head of Domi. Domi drops the gloves, starts punching him down, and Zadorov falls on top. And I think right now, Domi's the only one in the bench. So Domi goes for roughing. Zadorov gets nothing. Interesting. So at least Max Domi trying to go at Zadorov, but you gotta, problem is when you do that, you gotta make them both go. You gotta both go, because now you put your team down a man. You're shorthanded. So let's see what the Leafs can do here. Leafs need to come up with something. They need a penalty kill. Here's a long shot. Nice stop there. Roughing for Domi. The Leafs record, they are 8-7-1. 8-7-1 coming into tonight's game. Xander. Refs are soft. Here comes Boston in. Wrong Domi. Yeah, we need his dad. Back to the line. Wasn't really much of a fight. Zadorov just kind of falls on top of him and smothered him. Going back door. This one is going to be blocked. It's going to come to the line. They say no. That looked out to me. Digging it in the corner. Toronto trying to get this one out. It's a big kill. Big kill. Yeah, David, I hear you. I feel you. I feel you for sure. McAvoy setting it up in their own end. 1 minute to go here in the power play. Boston going to try and bring this one up. Toronto going to stop that one. It's a 1-goal game here. 4-3 is the score. Pasternak with the puck as Boston changing it up. 45 seconds to go on the power play. Pasternak into the zone. He picked up his 400th career goal earlier today. Sending it around back to Pasternak to the point. Boston moving it around. 30 seconds to go. This shot goes wide of the net. Pasternak cycles it, moving it around. Here's a long shot. Hill to be down. That one goes just wide. Toronto going to get it to the line. Not out. Got to clear those. Back in the corner. Chipping at it. Boston. High slot. Shooting back door. They score. Another power play goal for the Boston Bruins. Another power play goal for the Boston Bruins. Thank you, Undead Soldier. I appreciate that. Unbelievable. Good puck movement by the Bruins. Benoit had a chance to clear. He did not get it up on the boards. The Maple Leafs failed to clear. And the Bruins just capitalize this. No chance at all for the goaltender. A backdoor pass. He comes across, tries to bat it out of the air, and David Pasternak picks up another goal. 5-3. His 10th of the year. They come again, breaking through. And a nice save here by the netminder. Another shot right on. Nylander going to pick up the puck. Turns it over. Zaka across. One-timer, and Arvidsson, 90 miles an hour, goes wide, and the Maple Leafs Going to get this one out and down the ice. So no chance for Hill to be there. And unfortunately, that's the problem. When Domi steps up, tries to fight with Zadorov, he gets the only penalty, and he actually hurts the team more than he helps them in that scenario. So while I pride Domi for standing up and trying to create a spark, he actually cost his team a goal. Long pass. This going down. Swayman is out. Robertson blows a tire, goes down into the corner. Bruins going to work it up the near side of the ice, going to flip this down in the corner. Riley going in after it. Riley holding it here. Boston going to come out, walking into the corner. Carlo steps up, gets it to the point, not out again. Boston from the faceoff dot. Going to slide in the corner. Carlo goes down. Toronto tries to play it to the middle of the ice. They can't control the pass. This down and around again, out in front. Puck is there, picked up by Michelli. Michelli stopping, going to pass it up to Domi. Domi is going in over the line, leaves it here for Robertson. Robertson back over to Domi. Domi trying to center it. Everybody is covered. Benoit can't get there. And here comes the Bruins. Geeky, he cycles around. Geeky still with it, saucering it over to Pasternak. That one is tipped and goes just wide. No stick for Robertson. Here's a shot right on. And Hildeby with a big save. Wow. Mr. Verge 88, how's it going? Welcome in. Robert, how's it going? Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Jerry, what's up? They are going to commercial break. 5-3 is the score now. Unreal. Unreal. This has been tough. It's been up, it's been down. But a big back and forth game, huge back and forth game. Let's take a look in the Raptors. Raptors still hanging on, 81-79, hanging on to that lead. Just hanging on. Raptors, boy, oh boy, they got a lot of talent.
Wow, Kofi, you should have your own billboard.
They're still, they're still sitting ninth in their conference, 500 record right now. But the Raptors, they're excited. They're an exciting team. They're an exciting team. Let's see right now who's on the court. Jacob Hurdle with 8 points. RJ Barrett only with 7 points. Who's got all the points for the Raptors tonight? 21 from Ingram. Only 6 points for Grady right now. 6 points for Walter. Quigley with 12. Barnes with 11. Let's go Raps. Let's see what's going on with the Nets. Claxton with 21 points. Porter and Clowney with 16 each. Bench, not a lot of bench scoring for Brooklyn, but we'll keep an eye on what's going on there. All right, Raptors. Ingram's doing great. Yeah, Joshua, he's been a positive spark plug for sure. Reporting lower leg injury for Matthews isn't good. A lower leg injury. Well, that is interesting. Raptors are playing Brooklyn. Lower leg. How did Matthews hurt his leg? It was a very stupid penalty. It was a bad penalty to take. Hey, Dave, how's it going? They've given up the most. Yes, they have. I think they're number 5 in team scoring. So they're scoring. They're one of the highest scoring teams, but they're also giving up the most. Battling it in the corner, back in. 8 minutes to go here in the third period. Leafs are down by 2. Boston bringing this one. Pasternak going to chip this in the zone. Riley going to bank it off the boards. Going to get this one out. Here comes Joshua. Joshua cycling it to Waugh. Waugh spinning around. Has it taken away. Joshua driving towards the net. He kind of crashes down. Going to play it back to the point. Oh, he cross-checks him in the face. Oh, we got a lot. McAvoy, he's going at it with Waugh. Cross-checked him in the face. He's cut. He's cut. We got another skirmish, another pile-on, a rugby scrum over here by the hash marks. So Nick Waugh and McAvoy were going at it. McAvoy cross-checked him in the face. And he's got a gash on the side of his face, most likely from the visor. Who's on the bottom of the pile? It's Ekman Larson. And Sammy Blias down there as well. What are the refs going to do here? Geeky is kind of holding on to Ekman Larson. Things getting a little out of hand here and out of hand here quickly. So the referees are doing a lot of this. We'll see what it's going to be. It was a knee on knee originally. A knee on knee to McAvoy. McAvoy takes that down, then Waugh, and comes down and cross-checks him in the face. So McAvoy... So Sammy... I can't tell... So McAvoy should definitely go for the cross-check on Waugh. I can't tell if Sammy stuck the knee out on McAvoy or if McAvoy stuck the knee out on Waugh. On Sammy, excuse me. So Sammy Bly was getting the initial penalty. And then everybody came in. McAvoy should be going for the cross-check in the corner. Let's see what the Leafs or the referees sort out here. Okay, so it's going to be 4-on-4. They give Zadorov 2 minutes for roughing. They give Blias 2 minutes for the knee. No penalty for the cross-check on Nick Waugh. As McAvoy takes down Waugh, throws him down, and then cross-checks him. Joshua, and I can't see who that is on the bench. Is that Tanner Jeannot? They're saying, let's go, let's go. They're having conversations here on the bench. The referee's going to separate the players on the benches. Joshua comes back over close to that red line. Him and Tanner Jeannot still chirping at each other. Referees telling everyone to get on your benches. So Tanner Jeannot will watch if he's on the ice with Dakota Joshua, if they're going to go. But Zadorov is going to get a penalty, as does Sammy Blias. So we're going to get 4-on-4 for 2 minutes here. 7:46 to go. Boy, things are getting real chippy now.
7:46 to go.
You started team brawl. There you go. Yeah, Jeff, I don't disagree. It's a little helmet repair. Need a new helmet into the penalty box for Sammy Blias. Face-off is going to be just outside the Boston blue line. You know what, Justin? It's about time they're mad. It's about time they get mad. Here's Tavares, a little spinorama. Tavares cuts back. He loses a puck. Here's a long shot. Nice save. Tavares chipping this one to Nylander. It's behind him. McCabe gets it back up to Willie. Willie shooting. That one goes wide. All the way back. McCabe going to put this one over to Riley. Riley going to turn. Nylander coming back and curling. Puck dropped over to him. William Nylander going to look up ice. Long cross-ice pass, misses everybody. Boston picks it up, and here come the Bruins. Breakaway pass, splitting the middle is Pasternak. That's about 3 or 4 breakaways splitting the defense Boston has with a pass up the middle. Here's Nylander, passes it to nobody, nowhere close to Morgan Riley. Pasternak picks this one up. He's going to turn and send this one up ice. Ekman Larson kind of cutting in. Benoit stepping on the ice. And here's Ekman Larson spinning away from the Bruins player to create some space. 50 seconds to go in the 4-on-4. Toronto up over the red line. Up over the blue line. Nyes taking it all the way. Stick handling through. Puck gets knocked into the corner. Domi in to help out. Loses it. And the Bruins, Kostadinov is going to cycle it back around. Here's Peak. Up on the boards to Pasternak. Back to Peak. Peak going to start to move it. 6:10 to go here in period number 3. Bruins playing it to the middle of the ice. Boston just slow playing this one up now. They're going to flip this one in. Out to stop it is Hildeby. Hildeby going to give this one over. The other problem with Stolarz being injured is Toronto lost their 4th string goaltender on waivers in Caden Primeau. So it'll be interesting to see what changes they make. Joseph Wall's starting to get his Marlies workout games in. Michelli loses this one. Boston, Geeky shooting. A nice save here by Hildeby. Geeky, 103 miles an hour on that shot. 103 miles an hour on that shot. Unbelievable. Big shot by Geeky. That's a hard shot. Wow. It was a wild night. Bruins pushing the Leafs around. They are pushing the Leafs around for sure. Toronto, though, it took them 2 periods, but they're finally trying to stand up. So Canadian guy, he's not ready to go yet. He still needs, he's got to get a couple Marley starts in under his belt. Hey, Corey, welcome in. Raptors up 11. There you go. Thank you, Joshua. Marlon in Crime City, thank you for the hearts. I appreciate that. Thanks, everybody, for the gifts tonight. Thanks to everybody who has subscribed as well. Much appreciated.
Help fix spicy chili. I got you. That sour cream should help.
And if you haven't subbed up yet, make sure you do subscribe.
6 on the clutch. Google Pixel 10. Even better on Bill. Well, you ain't playing, Jack. Right now, you can get 2 flame.
All right. All right, folks. Let's go. Well, we need him back. Yeah, we need him. We need him for sure. Yeah, Curtis, I don't disagree with you there. I mean, Boston was atrocious last year. I mean, listen, this is a weird Bruins team, right? They went 2 seasons ago. They set records for most points, most wins. Like, the Bruins were dominant. Last year, they were atrocious. They couldn't tie their skates. So most of the players are the same. Yes, there's no Brad Marchand. So I can't be overly shocked about how good they're playing, but I am overly shocked.
Feels a little bit too small for me, so he's got to pop the clips, open it up, have a little.
That's funny. They gave Sammy Bliss the wrong helmet. They gave him Austin Matthews' helmet. So he had to adjust it in the penalty box, and he returns to the bench, finally gets his own helmet. That's funny. Yeah, they're gonna have to call up one of the two. 5:19 to go here in this period. Toronto playing it around behind the boards. Back to the line, a little spinorama. We got a whistle.
The officials might be asking the same question. Delay penalty coming up to.
All right, Boston is getting a penalty here. Bruins going to the box. So 2 minutes on the clock for Toronto. Let's see if they can pick something up here. Can the Maple Leafs get something going? Will we get some kind of a power play? Yeah, will Easton Cowan get a call up to return? It's going to be interesting, depending on what happened with the goaltender and what happened with Matthews, what roster moves the Maple Leafs do make. So here we go. Nylander, Domi, Ekman Larson, Nyes, and Tavares, the squad here for Toronto. Off the draw, they win it back to the point. Domi, quick shot. Rebound, they can't bury that one. Good effort here. Nylander gets it back to the line. Domi, little fakes around. Another fake. Domi getting tied up by Zadorov. He gets worked over. Puck to the line, over to Nylander. Nylander into the high slot. Tavares cycling around. Here's Ekman Larson with the shot. Down in front, and a nice save by Swayman. Little awkward puck movement, but Toronto able to work it around and able to get a shot on net. Holy smokes. So it was a cross check to the head of Benoit. gets a 2-minute penalty. That's what he got called for. So Tavares in to take this draw now. Loses it. Nyes trying to get through. They can't scoop up the puck. Boston going to carry it. Now they're going to dump this one all the way down the ice. Leafs third in goals scored in third period. They have 26, which is the second highest amongst all teams. Right now they have no chemistry at all. Everyone's trying to do it by themselves. Here comes Ekman-Larsson. Ekman-Larsson going to drop this one back to Nylander. Willie going to carry. He has Nyes with him. Gives it to him. Nyes cycling it back, and that one is chipped out. Again, look where you're passing the puck. You got to look where you're passing the puck. This is going to be played out again. Toronto cycling, working it up to Nyes. Nyes trying to dance through. Puck is loose. Nyes still has it. Ekman-Larsson takes it away. Gives it to Nylander. Nylander looking. Going to go down low. Bouncing it to Nyes with a shot right on. Wow, big play there. Puck somehow made it over the line. Nylander going to bring this one in. Playing it over to Nyes. Nyes around the boards. Over to Tavares on the far side. Back up top to the point. Bring it to the middle of the ice. Over to the hash marks. Down low. Trying to scoop this through. It goes through the crease. Nyes going to get it to Nylander. Nylander centers it. Everybody misses that one. Domi has to race back. Going to play this one over to Riley. Riley going to hang on to it. Leafs going to change it up. Power play has expired. 3 minutes to go. 3 minutes to go. Riley going to flip this one up. He's going to chase this one down in the corner. Boston going to hammer it around the boards. Here come the Bruins. They're going to carry this one out. McCabe steps up and hits his man. Here's Michelli. Michelli trips on the boards. Michelli going to start to work it up. Noah, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. In over the line. Sending this to Michelli. He can't get up with it. Boston going to work it to the line. Hildeby goes to the bench. It's an extra man. 6-on-5 situation. It comes out. Riley with it now. He's going to play this one back. 6-on-5, 2:20 to go. McCabe's pass gets intercepted. Michelli intercepts it. He hands it back. Boston tries to play it up, and Toronto stops it. And then McCabe plays, McMahon plays it back to McCabe, but he missed it. Oh, my goodness. Sloppy, sloppy, sloppy. Here's McCabe playing it back to Nylander. Willie going to play it up. Toronto into the Boston zone. Can't center it across. They're just 2 steps behind. Boston taking a shot at the empty net. That one goes wide. That's going to be an icing call. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Tough game here for Toronto. And again, everything we said they needed to do tonight, they have done the complete opposite. We talked about good passing. Their passing has been atrocious. We talked about good defensive play. It has not been good. The only thing they have done is we talked about the forwards coming back, and the forwards have come back. The forwards have been coming in and playing defensively. Shots are 31-28. Toronto had 15 shots in the second period. They had 6 in the first. They've only had 7 shots here in the second. Coach wanted the team to stop focusing so much on offense and focus on defense. And while the forwards have been coming back to help on defense, their defensive units have been terrible tonight. Their breakout passing has been atrocious. Their in-zone passing has been bad. All right, Tavares in to take this draw. Empty net for the Leafs. They win another one. Back to Riley. Riley to Nylander. Willie looking down low, banking it around the boards to Domi. He can't stop it. Ekman-Larsson to Domi. Can't stop it again. Nyes puts it in front of the net. Nobody there. Boston going to bank this one off the boards down the ice. And it's going to be icing again. Let's try it again, shall we? How many opportunities are the Leafs going to get to come through? Just doesn't work. Gotta shoot. Stop working the boards. Work it to the middle of the ice for a shot. Tavares wins this one to Riley. Riley, one pass to the middle of the ice, back to the boards. Domi along the boards. Along the boards to Nyes, to Nylander. Back to Riley. Riley, bring it to the middle, passes it back to the boards. Nylander spinning away from Pasternak. Centers it for Tavares. It's there, side of the net, jamming at it. Can't put it in. Nylander to Domi. Domi to Ekman-Larsson, to Domi. To Ek. Down low to Nylander, tries to center it, hits the skate. Domi gets this one. Domi doesn't know where to go, goes to the line. Here's a blast. That one is deflected. Riley keeping this one in. Willie scoops it out to Tavares, right to Boston as Tavares can't get there, and the Bruins again shooting towards the empty net, but it comes out and back in, and the Leafs get saved as it's an offside call. Carlos, I don't disagree with you there. Domi trying to be a spark plug, try to fight with Zadorov, and instead takes a roughing penalty, and Boston scores another power play goal. Boston's power play has been lethal. They're 3 for 6 tonight. 3 for 6 on the power play. Hey, CNL, what's going on? Welcome in. Bruins going to bring this one back. Dumping it down. Toronto going to turn it around. 45 seconds to go. Hildeby had to come back in the net to where the faceoff was. He heads to the bench, and another long shot, and that's going to be an icing call again. So with 36.4 seconds to go. Hey, Patriots, welcome in. 36.4 seconds to go. Pasternak, he's got 2 goals tonight. He's looking for that third. He's shooting for the empty net every chance he gets. All right. Tavares going to take this one. He loses it. Domi going to the corner. Tavares in there up along the boards. Fighting for it. Nylander in there. Going to squeak this one back. Ekman-Larsson shooting, looking for the deflection. Somebody lift it up. Tavares shoots it right into the wicker basket there of Jeremy Swayman, and Swayman able to shut the door again. Coming close. Just not close enough. Look at where all the shots are. Look at them all. This one right in on Swayman again. He's going to glove save it and hang on. 13.9 seconds to go. Hey, Jaden, how's it going? Welcome in. Holy smokes, how's it going? That's funny. Off the draw. This is going to be hammered around. Nylander can't hold it in. Boston shooting towards the empty net. It's taken away. Ekman-Larsson has it. This game is done. This one is in the books. And the Bruins win their 7th in a row. 7 in a row. Pasternak gets his 400th and 401st goals. Unbelievable. The Maple Leafs with a dreadful loss. Defense is a serious problem. Your goal scorers, Pavel Zacha on the power play. Steven Lorentz, shorthanded. Hampus Lindholm on the power play. Alex Steeves gets his first. David Pasternak, his 9th. Bobby McMahon on the power play. Ekman-Larsson is second, and then Pasternak with his 10th also on the power play. Shots were about equal, 30-31. Leafs dominate the faceoff circle, 59.7%. Toronto goes 1 for 5 on the power play. Boston goes 3 for 6. The hits, 30 hits for Toronto, 20 hits for Boston. 15 block shots for Toronto, 12 for Boston. 12 giveaways for Toronto, only 7 for the Bruins. 2 goals in the second for the Flames, 3-2 Blues. There you go, Calgary getting some goal scoring. Thank you, John, for the super chat. I appreciate that. Not good. Toronto loses 2 in a row to Boston. This was a big game, and it was an unfortunate game. Unfortunate not just from the loss, but unfortunate because Toronto loses Austin Matthews with injury. He did not return tonight. Anthony Stolarz out with injury as well. So we'll have to wait and see what they announce about those 2 tomorrow. Very, very unfortunate. Leafs, still going to be a long flight home. They need to do some regrouping. They need to figure out their defensive strategy. They got to figure out how to pass the puck. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thanks for being here. If you haven't hit that subscribe, make sure you hit that subscribe. Hit that like on the way out. Your 3 stars of the game: Charlie McAvoy, star number 3, Hampus Lindholm, star number 2, and David Pastrnak with 2 goals and an assist and 3 points is your first star of the game tonight. Congratulations, Boston. You took the first 2 against Toronto. 1 more remains, and that's not until March 24th. So it's going to be a wild ride until then. Hopefully the Leafs can figure things out. For those that watched us for the first time, thanks so much. I hope you enjoyed the show. To all of our mods, thank you, mods, for doing what you do. Much appreciated. Thanks for keeping things rolling. To our channel members, thank you so much for investing in us and being a member here on the channel. We appreciate it. To everybody who super chatted tonight, thank you for that. John and at One's Mark, I Can Prep, Max, and Prep again. Thank you all so much for the super chats. It really does make a big difference in our shows and helps. And of course, 23rd Neo as well. Thank you so much for doing that. We appreciate you. We'll see you a little bit later this week. Again, we have lots going on, so make sure you have that notification on. Make sure you are paying attention for when we do come live. Again, enjoy tomorrow, day away. It's going to be a rainy one here in Toronto, and we'll see how things are going to go. Again, thank you so much for watching. Until next time, my friends, don't worry. The Leafs are still making the playoffs. The Leafs are going to get back here. Take care, everybody. Have a great night. My name is Sam, and I am out of here. Peace.